Vision deep pool.
Yeah. I don't tolerate fuck niggas. Show me different one time, I don't fuck with you. I don't tolerate fuck niggas. Show me different one time, I don't fuck with you. Bread had my bed before we started, bitch, I'm Caesar. Came from the get-go, knew my status, he ain't needed. He fresh out the pen and I'm just happy, kid for breathing. Whole time bitch was scheming, I seen but I ain't seen it. Hanging around the niggas who think smart don't make you bigger. Hanging around the niggas think they hard don't make you killers. Hanging around the niggas you just met they ain't your niggas. Heard they snatch you up trying to play cool like shit was chillin'. Loyalty ain't cool no more, niggas rather be hoes. Lucky I don't pimp no more, I would've put you on. Gangsters ain't the same no more, don't give a fuck about they name no more. Homie ain't the same no more, she bang them folks, she bang them folks. I came from the old days, if she broke ways, send her both ways. Never turn the housewife, that shit dead, no way Jose. I wrote this shit while riding in the top down, no shade. Roll these niggas up and then I spark down, propane. I don't tolerate fuck niggas. Show me different one time, I don't fuck with you. I don't tolerate fuck niggas. Show me different one time, I don't fuck with you. It's pressure, 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 pressure. It's pressure, 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 pressure. It's pressure. Riding in the floor, I do not kick it with forms. AK OnlyFans, all my choppers doing porn. Driving in their chest, them hollows, wreck bitch fucking showing. Cock that bitch backwards, triggers pushing forward. I don't want your paper fee, our money got no gold. Fuck them reparations, restitution, get them gone. Tired of being target, so I target on my own. Handy with the chrome, John Wick, tombstone. Say positive like COVID when testings and an investment. Avoiding jabs like Whitaker, critical, they can't stand me. Crazy with the birds versus 10 full captions. Padded room, tools enough, fumes will burn the masses. At the nose like gases, just me and some ratchets acting ratchet. We don't need extendos cause we aiming at your pimple. So much dope up in the air, you swear the room on fire. Bodies everywhere, these bitches looking crucified. I don't tolerate fuck niggas. Show me different one time, I don't fuck with you. I don't tolerate fuck niggas. Show me different one time, I don't fuck with you. It's pressure, pressure.
Nigga flow so sick, hit rewind. Little bit, call my phone, hit decline. Nigga want me to phone, but tell him keep trying. Been ballin' on niggas, I done retired.
Yeah, one time, turn the beat down. Let a nigga go crazy, see now. Fell off, got it back, had to retry. Bitch sour and shit, had to remind.
That's good, man. It's big dog, straight drop. Yeah. White, mayo. Everything good as a 10-4.
Pour up some drink, roll up some ganja. I'm about to blow like a motherfucking roster. Big dog status, you know I ain't flogging. Go in the way that I want, I ain't bothered.
Yellow bone with me, feeling like a martyr. She wanna kick it, she my no karate. I just want head, I don't want nobody. Might take a nigga, bitch, that's a ride.
That whole back stop, nigga. Ain't no motherfucking option, nigga. Oh, I got your little hoe up on my side like a motherfucking option, nigga.
Big black nigga, my persona. Yes, I'm guilty, your arm. Of killing these niggas and fucking these bitches. Yes, I admit to the charges.
Yeah. ABR be the mafia. Tell them ain't nobody stopping us. Lot of sucker niggas wanna copy us. Still dripping on the floor, you can mop it.
Let me pop my shit. Niggas be killing me. Gotta swap my shit. Niggas watch my shit. Since you niggas stealing, well, let me lock my shit. Let me stop my shit. Yeah, I'm from the bottom, but that don't stop not shit. Bitch, I'm an underdog. I mean, underhog. Still, nothing top my shit. Bitch, I'm the truth. And I showed you over and over again. This shit ain't no fluke. This is the proof. I set the bar in this bitch, and I'ma raise it like the roof. They counting me out. Yeah, they gotta be tripping. I don't know shit about a dish. Subtracting myself from anything bullshitting. I move forward, expedition. Since I do music, now I gotta move different. Be damn, I move without a tools. And rappers is dangerous, and I just can't be caught slipping. Be damn, I let a nigga do me. I ain't no killer, but I ain't never scared to shoot it. Don't run up on me like a groupie. We got some beef, nigga shells come included. This won't be a Taco Tuesday.
Peace and paradise to all American Aborigines. Supreme Chief Holidays in the building. We got a special guest with us this evening. We got the brother Westside Coolicc in the building. Peace, brother. How are you?
How you doing there? Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Can you hear me?
All is well, brother. Sounds good.
That's good. Make sure there ain't no echo on my end and nothing like that, because I don't want to cause y'all to have no audio problems. But how you doing today, Supreme Chief Holiday? How you doing?
Hey, man, life is great, man. How about yourself? How you in the tribe?
Good as always. Balance. Good. We're going to keep it truthful. As I always say, keep it truthful and balanced.
Man, I wanted to definitely introduce you to the Aborigine awakening. Some people say community or movement. We like to say awakening. And to some of the brothers and sisters that are not familiar with you, I wanted to this is just a build to get them let them know you and the information and things that you're pushing up on your channel, because a lot of the truth speakers like yourself are what we like to say real men, are being shadow banned or not being shared, things of these nature. So just kind of tell the people about yourself, man, just wherever you want to start with.
Yeah, well, again, first off, much respect for you to have me on your show here, Supreme Chief Holiday. I want to give a big shout out to anybody that knows my stuff through his channel, Chief Holiday, that is. My channel is Westside Coolicc, so if you want to check it out and join, follow, that's where you can find me, Westside Coolicc. But I want to get into this. We got to use common sense about who we are. And I'm talking about us being the Autochthon American Aborigines or Indians of this country here. We know we're not native, because native is the Siberian, Asian, Eurasian people over there that came out the Bering Strait that are basically Nazi Zionists, that are basically white people that have stolen our identity, right? And we need to get our identity back. And Chief Holiday talks about this too. We need to be talking about this on a full front. They should not be taxing us. They should not be taxing us at all. So we could start many ways to chip and beat this stuff up, excuse me, my accent, day by day. But, one, we just have to accept who we are. And I'm talking about these boule people. I don't know how much you want me to say, Chief Holiday. Let me know if I'm saying too much or getting off balance here, because that's just, what I do or whatever. But, when anybody comes to this community that wants to sit here and say who we are, whether it be a Judge Ho Brown, whether it be a Donald with the dick, and y'all know who I'm talking about, because I like calling names and all that kind of stuff. Y'all need to ignore it. Y'all need to ignore it, because I'm going to start ignoring. I shouldn't be mentioning their names, but I've been noticing now everybody wants to talk about them. And I didn't mention them. I didn't give y'all warnings about, okay, these people are no good. And these people are a part, again, do the research behind them. They're part of these small media groups that these Nazi Zionists have. They don't have to be part of MSNBC or CNN or Viacom approved. You have these small media groups that are dispersed, that study our channels, that study this information to divide and conquer. And they hire these people like a Judge Ho Brown or Donald with the dick. Do the research on these people, right? And they come up in here, they divide and conquer and distract. And these are C-list, D-list celebrities, right? They're rejects of Hollyweird, of the Nazi Zionist paradigm. So y'all need to watch what you're giving your time to and what you're doing. I'm not messing with the side nigger TV, Donald with the Dicks, Judge Ho Browns, we all bitches. I'm not messing with these people because I known from A1 day when these people are vetted and they're part of the smaller, or what Chief Holiday would say is the baby boule. They don't got to be the big Sigma Pi Phi people. They're small little media groups and small little clubs or small little boule clubs, dispersed to do their thing. So again, we know we're not of African descent. We know we're the true Autochthon Aborigine, right? We know this. So whenever they're talking about all this kind of mess and stuff like that, ignore them. Because again, however y'all feel about Dick Gregory and all this, because Dick Gregory has said some great stuff in this. Dick Gregory, if you know it and you know the story, he's boule too, but he didn't mess with a Judge Ho Brown. This was one of the most last podcasts he did. He was going in on him. Y'all should have got the message right there. And this Judge Ho Brown, what has he done besides lock niggas up and be on the Hollywood channel? What has he done? Can y'all answer that for me? So why are you giving your attention, Dane? Aboriginal power. Why y'all giving y'all attention to this stuff? I didn't already sent y'all that message. I told y'all, whether y'all like me or not, I'm gonna keep it. This is what I do on my channel. I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all don't have to like me, whatever, but whatever I say in terms of what y'all shouldn't be messing with and giving y'all the warning shots and the smoke signals, watch your six. And I done gave y'all that. So Donna with the dick. I'm sorry. I'm on.
Yeah, no. You're going in. Yeah, you got time. So here's the thing, right? I know you speak out on a lot of gatekeepers and things, and this is part 2 of the Baby Boule series, right? And you talk about it, like you said, you send warning shots. But the thing is, a lot of people haven't heard about your channel. You have a radio show, a podcast, or something as well, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, tell the people about that as well, and just a little bit background on yourself. You said you're a Tonsilist, Aborigine of America, but what did your people say? Was it a specific tribe? And where are you from, brother?
So the tribe in Pacific is Creek, Creek and Cherokee, but Creek and Pacific, and from Southwest Texas, North Texas, and it's just common sense who we are. We have to look at we just look at our genome phenotypes. I say this all the time. We have different genome and phenotypes in Africans too, not due to an European mixture. See, what these other people want to say is, well, you're mixed up with the white or this, that, and the third. This is the way that's why you look like that. No. Again, we have different genome phenotypes in Africans too, not due to an European mixture. And I wasn't going to do this media stuff in terms of this YouTube stuff. I came back on here because I'm seeing people that shouldn't be on here at all. Don't have the educational background, that doesn't have the experience, don't know what they're talking about. They're vetted by these small boule groups. But that's why I came back on here, this media thing. And this is part of my background. This is what I like doing. I like doing this radio stuff. I like doing this media stuff. And I'm here because it's for my ancestors. I'm not here. Nobody sent me. I'm here because it's through my ancestors. And this is what I want to do. And for those who haven't heard of my channel, it is Westside Coolicc. But a lot of these people do know who I am. And I'm not going to call no more names in your channel, but a lot of these people do. Because back in the day, I've hit these people up. They knew who I am. I've mentioned some names. They know who I am. But the reason why they don't want to come on my channel or whatever, because I know they on some bullshit. I know that.
Me too, brother. So I want to say this. The views and opinions expressed on Supreme Chief Holiday channel by panelists or guests or co-hosts are not necessarily views and opinions expressed on Supreme Chief Holiday. Maybe, allegedly. So over here at Coolicc, you can say whatever the hell you want to say. And a lot of times I take heat for that because people think that because we put the link out there, we allow anybody to come on because we're not afraid to speak to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, Coolicc, I remember when Joe Biden was running against Donald Trump, and a lot of the people who were pushed towards Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, right? Or some of these people that we talk about that are part of the boule. or Baby Boule, the fraternity members and these different people, but these media people, all the media people were all on board with Kamala Harris against Joe Biden against Donald Trump. Can you give us your insight on that, brother? Your observation from the media pushing Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, who were just terrible politicians, but the media shitting on Donald Trump and making him the face of every cop pullover in America. Like, just kind of give us your take on that, bro.
Well, disclaimer, I didn't vote for either of them because they didn't have my interests of my people, you know, the American Aborigines, American Indians, or Atakan people. So they didn't have nothing for me. So I didn't vote for either of them. But I will say this, if you did vote for the Biden administration, I think that was a huge bad mistake, especially if you want to call yourself a informed or educational person in politics. The Biden thing, this is my opinion. I'm not saying this is right, but the Biden thing was pushed hard because they were talking about our name and our lineage and his reparations and restitution a lot too when Trump was in office. You know, if he'd have stayed in there, would it have happened? I don't know. I can't say that, but what I will say would have happened was the momentum and the speech and the knowledge behind it would still be as strong as it was back when he was in office. That's just my belief. It'd be a lot more people on board because all these distraction plots, this is my belief. They put the big, you know, I'm not gonna say that word on here, but this big thing, the thing they put in your arm, that thing, the reason why they dispersed this because a lot of us are figuring out who we are. And they owe us Atakan Aborigines or American Indians or us here in this country. That's our land, our blood, everything. This is all our stuff. The reason why they dispersed that thing they put in the arm, this is my opinion, is because if we figured out all the money and all the land and all the businesses that should be ours, it would just be astronomical. So this is why they did this, the jab thing, if you will. That's my opinion on it. But a lot of us were starting to figure it out. And you had the idiots that were waking up too on it now. But now they're distracted. Now they're in fear. Now they're back in control. So that shot thing got them distracted. Now they done forgot about it. But in this community, we know what's going on. But the reason why they dispersed this, we were figuring that out. So this was a last moment plan. Because if we'd have figured this out, just like Johnny Cochran back in the day, reason this again, I'm not saying this is concrete, but again, he was trying to get this going, and he would have got that money, just like Martin Luther King. He'd have got that money. This is why they were taken out. Again, this is my opinion. I'm not saying it's correct, but this is why they pushed the Biden Harris thing so much. And it's funny, Harris, didn't even like Biden. We all know that. She was saying he was racist. He's a weird, creepy old man. All this kind of stuff she was saying. But now she's buddy with him, and she's a VP now, and everything's okay. Y'all even fell for that. That's crazy. So. Fool's gold.
Well, yesterday we went to the Delta Sigma Theta website, and on the website they talk about the Divine Nine going and meeting with the Vice President Kamala Harris, right? About 3 weeks ago. Now, they went there, they met, and they talked about the issues in the Black community, right? But they never talked about any money. They never had a dollar sign. They never asked for any money. Now, this is at the heels of them giving everybody, including dogs and cats, money. Can you please explain to us why did the Divine Nine, that's the heads of every major Black, I'm going to say Black fraternity, they are Blacks, they are Negroes, but they are Blacks, because they're classified as Blacks, right? And they classify themselves as a Black fraternity. The heads of every Black fraternity went and met and didn't ask for any money. Can you please give us your take on that, brother?
Well, it's like, it's like these little small media people I talk about all the time, and I'm trying to get away from that. But they do it out of jealousy. They do it out of hate. And I don't want to get too spooky on here, but a lot of these people that have these spirits, and again, I'm not, I'll go back to the Kemet days. Again, I'm not preaching that again. This is Aboriginal. This is a talking over here. But what I'm saying, when we talk about that Kemet stuff and the Ka and the Ba and the soul and the spirit, a lot of these people that look like us have a different type of mechanism or spirit or soul within them that's not of our bloodline or energy field, if you will. So that's part of it. So you have the energy thing, you have the jealousy thing, and a lot of people in that little, I guess you want to call it Sigma Pi Phi, whoever, whatever you want to call them. You said get spooky. Y'all don't think yeah. I'm sorry, but a lot of these people are just not loving of themselves. I don't know if it's a mommy issue, daddy issue. I don't know what it may be, but it's a lot of psychological things going on there. But I really think what it is, a lot of these people have a different soul or spirit within them. And it might be a white person or might be a old Confederate person. It might be a Nazi Zionist in a black body. I don't know. But I mean, I think that's real. Just like when they were talking about that movie Get Out and all that was real popular that y'all liked. I think all that stuff spiritually, because I mean, there's a spiritual war going on too. I think all that stuff is real. We just don't want to look into it. And again, our culture used to talk about it. American Indians or the Aborigines, we would talk about that. We would talk about how the body, or when somebody's born, we would know that's not our family. And they would get rid of them. I'm not gonna say that word, but they would get rid of them based off, okay, we know this person comes from some demonic or satanic entity. We know we got to get rid of that person or oust them out. So this stuff is real. It's talked about. These roots and these spells. Y'all know about the roots and all that. This stuff is real.
It's so much, man. We had a great build yesterday on your platform. Called in. Shout out to the brothers that were on the call as well. Hannibal, I can't think of the other brother's name. Salute to them. But we talk about what the gatekeepers are blocking, right? But what about what the gatekeepers, right, or the people who have given stuff up, but they gave up in the last 100 years or less our economic sovereignty or our independence? That, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you ever heard of like going to certain towns and like, oh, this used to be black pharmacy here, or black side of town that was booming. But this is all over America. You know what I'm saying? And they only talk about Tulsa every time they go. Whenever they start having this conversation about cities in America, which we understand that Texas, for instance, had hundreds of so-called black cities all over. You know what I mean? So, but in order for us to change some of the things, what we do is we try to go where it happened at. From your perspective and research, where do you think we went wrong? What date? Where did we go wrong at as a people to get us in this social, political, economic position right now, being the biggest voting bloc too in America, which is kind of crazy too. By the way, I'm gonna get back to that in a second. Go ahead, bro.
Well, I can look at right now where I'm at. I'm in the DMV era now. And if you look at the economics of the so-called black people here that live here, they're the most richest, they're the most educated in the country right now. And that's a mistake. The Nazi Zionist has basically put all of his, and I hate to say it like this, all of his slaves in one section of the country to control and to know what they're doing and to study and to make sure you do not disperse this type of information or monies right throughout the other states or your other tribes or clans. So I think that's one mistake we did, where we said, okay, you know what? I'm going to move out of my Indian country. Again, Indian country is this whole country. But I'm saying I'm going to move from Texas, or I'm going to move from Georgia, and I'm going to go to New York, or I'm going to go to this new Detroit city. And nothing against these cities. I'm just saying, for example, when you left your land and you left your culture, you left your vibrant energy, you left your family's bloodline, if you will, and moved somewhere else that was not your clan or tribe, or that was built by the Nazi Zionists, you put a spell on yourself right there. So you lost your culture, you lost your rituals, you lost your way of life, and you lost your identity, and you chose to do it. Just like people are doing right now in the DMV. Oh, I got a good job in the government, or I'm this, that, and the third. Okay, that's cool. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta eat. You gotta have a job, whatever that may be. But the thing is, you lost your way. You become somebody else. You're putting a spell on yourself. You're putting on a mask every day And your ancestors are screaming, going, "What are you doing?" And then you're saying, "Okay, I feel sick, or I feel depressed. I don't feel like myself." It's because you are choosing to be part of an experiment. And this whole thing here, if you look at it, is an experiment. I don't know why people, just like, again, no, no offense, people from Atlanta, but Atlanta now is an experiment. Back in the day, it wasn't. It had its culture, it had its ways, right? The people there ran it, but now it's not ran by the so-called black people. That is an experiment now. And I don't care what nobody says it is. Just like this DMV area, it's an experiment. This is why I tell so-called black people, go somewhere else. Go to Montana, buy up land there. Go to Utah before the Asians start buying up land. Because what the Asians are doing now, they're buying up all the land in California, Texas, and this, that, and the third. And they're just buying it. They ain't putting nothing on it, but they have a plan. They go, okay, eventually we're going to put this there. We're going to put this there. Again, why don't y'all do that? Why is the most, again, it's a question. Why is the most smartest and most richest people that look like us, or so-called black people, or the Aborigines, why are they only in the DMV area? Ask yourself that question, y'all. And then Atlanta too, for example, that's Boule part 2. Why are the most prominent, most rich people in Atlanta too? Why is that? Why are they not in Montana, Utah, Nevada? There's a reason why they don't want us to be in Nevada and stuff like that. There's a reason why they just want you one section of this country. There's a reason why.
That's crazy that you say that. 9 out of the 10, what they're saying, the richest black communities in America are in the Prince George County area.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? The DMV area, which is crazy, you know, that you're saying that too. But I think that's an interesting take that you have there too. But what do those people own in those areas in Atlanta as well as in the DMV? Because like the banks are owned, even if they're a black branch, they're still owned by them. So what do these so-called elite people own even in those areas, bro?
They own their own demise and they own their own ignorance. That's all they own. Because again, no offense to anybody, but if anybody has lived here, know these people are not very cultured and don't care. So when I say they own their own demise and own ignorance, that's it. Just like Chief Holiday said here, they don't own any banks. They good with a big house, some cars, and they done made it. And F everybody else. And I'm gonna say this too. These are the most ignorant so-called black folks too in this country too. And those that know that live here or from here, whatever, they agree. So, I mean, the joke's on us. The joke's on these people here. The joke's on them. But they're happy financially. They got the white picket fence or whatever the hell they got. They're good. But at the end of the day, in their subconscious and conscious, these people are miserable. When you talk to the people that are not living in these big extravagant houses in Mississippi or Arizona or in the South or whatever it may be, yeah, they might not have all that money and stuff, but as a human being, their spirit, their soul, it's balanced. It's more balanced. It's more peaceful. But these people here are batshit crazy. And that's one of the reasons why. When you're part of the experiment that the Nazi Zionists has invented and that they put a spell on you, and then you're putting a spell on yourself, well, you're going to be crazy. And this is another thing, too. I have a PDF. And we got to talk about this, too. I have a PDF because a lot of these places the Nazi Zionists has studied. And where we messed up, too, is we gave away our secrets about our land. Some parts of our land you're not supposed to build on. I want y'all to hear me. Some parts of this land you're not supposed to, like these landlines and these buildings and these posts and whatever. There's a reason why certain things are placed in certain places. We told the white eye, meaning the Europeans, hey, don't build there. Don't go there. Don't build. Why would you build in a swamp? Y'all do know DC is a swamp, right? Why would you build on that? This is a land where you basically, this is a land, I hate to say it like this, but this is a land where the trash was put. So you put your vibes, bad energy, you put your spells, all that. Right? But what did the white eye do? He built on this land and then put y'all over here. Again, there's a reason why, if you study DC on a Masonic front, there's a reason why it's built like that. Again, And what I'm saying, somebody's already said this, but there's a reason why I studied the way DC is built. Prince Hall Mason and all this, Scottish Rite. This is the reason why the politics in this, it's the capital of the United States of America. There's a reason why. So when I tell people this is a demonic land and it should have not been built here, there's a reason why I'm saying that. So yeah, these people are fucking crazy.
So do you think that all baby boulets and boule people are bad, or like at all levels, or they just don't know? They just been duped into the system. What do you think?
These people are very smart. I do think they know. Like for example, Dick Gregory knew. Dick Gregory knew he was in the boule. You know, Bill Cosby's in the boule. You know, these people good. And, yeah, they've done some good things. I don't have an issue with Bill Cosby or Dick Gregory. But by the way, Bill Cosby didn't rape all those millions of white women they tell. There's another woman that came out that was on the show. Apparently, she was a biracial or black woman. What do you want to call her? And came out and said he did something to her. I don't believe it. You know, I wasn't there, but I don't believe it. I don't believe he raped 1 million white women. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic, but yeah, Bill Cosby, Dick Gregory, they knew what societies they were in. They knew that. The difference between a Dick Gregory and Bill and Judge Ho Brown is Bill and Dick were doing stuff with them selling out. That makes sense. I don't have a problem with people selling out per se, as long as they take that information and try to help themselves or people out. You know, a Judge Ho Brown. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But think about it though. If Bill Cosby was really a sellout, would they have threw him in the trash like that? Would they try to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to think about it from this perspective, right? We all were duped. I'm sure you were duped at one point, Coolicc.
Right.
We, like, whether it was through the media, through music, through just going to Egypt on fucking trips, or just watching the guys, you know what I'm saying? We got duped. Some of us in China right now and speaking Chinese and eating grass and shit because we didn't have a culture that they alienated us away from our American culture, right? So some of us went in other places based off of media and stuff like that, right? So with that being said, right, is it possible that a lot of these people that we are saying are gatekeepers are now saying, you know what, we can't take this shit no more? Or they woke up, maybe they found out this was fucked up, like Isaiah Thomas, like Carter G. Woodson, like Bill Cosby, that people that say, you know what, we're gonna fight the system. I think I got enough money. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So just kind of if it's possible that we think that these people are trying to do some things behind the scenes that we might not know about, brother.
Yeah, I think it's possible. And I don't mean to keep looking at the chat room, man. I wasn't saying I had an issue. I don't have my thing. For example, when I say I don't have an issue with people selling out, like for example, Martin Luther King, he was boule. Did he know at first? This is a good example. Here we go. Did Martin Luther King know he was selling out whatever? I don't think so. But then he figured out, you know what? This is some bull crap here. So when I say I don't have a problem with people selling out as long as they're doing for their people, I don't, because if you're using the stepping stool and getting knowledge behind the scenes, you may not get in front of the scenes and you disperse the information. I don't want to say the spook behind the door, but and really the spook behind the door, that's kind of, the Europeans have figured that out now. They don't allow that no more. They figured out that tactic we've done now, just so y'all know. But that's what I mean by that. Like Martin Luther King, he was like, you know, at first he thought everything was gravy, but then he said, you know what? I see who's controlling this. I see where this money is coming from. I see this, and I see the lanes going here and there and there, and I didn't put my people in a burning house. So I think he's a great example of I figured out after. But I do think Dick Gregory and Bill Cosby knew what they were getting. That's just my personal, just the way they lived their life. That's just my belief.
Well, okay. So give you a perfect example. Morgan Freeman, right?
Yeah.
He consistently bucks the African American thing. You know what I mean? Consistently, you're like, yo, he'd be on national TV. They know not to have him on doing Black History Month, right? They know somebody gonna say something stupid to him, like call him an African American or something, you know. So he'll check him. But the point is, right? We watched a video I don't know, last night, today, about the boule, and the lady kept saying African American, African American, African American, African American. I mean, it's like the brainwashing of them pushing African American. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, I know for a fact one of the secrets that they're keeping and blocking is that we are the Tonsinas, the Aborigines, the copper colored people here of this land. I just want to know, why do we think that's one of the biggest secrets that they're keeping for these people, brother? Why didn't, like, because this is like the, for me, like the elephant in the room for them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if this is a secret that they're keeping to their chest so hard, right? like how? Like, you understand my point? Like, how are they keeping this secret so tight, and why? Like, why is this such a like one of the secrets they have to keep close to them? Why is that, brother?
Well, economically, it would shut the world down. Not only does the Nazi Zionists that have infiltrated this country, that were born here, that are not actually of this land, but they were, born here, that are native here, because native means born, right? But Germany would owe us money, Russia would owe us money, China, or Asia, or Eurasia, or Africa, or Canada, or Iceland would owe us money. See, a lot of these other, I don't even call them nations, but a lot of these other terrorists, I like to call them terrorists, that came over here and killed our people, that stole our land, that stole our identity, right? They owe us money too. It's not just the United States government. So this Aboriginal thing, or this autochthon thing, or American Indian thing, it's deep. It's very, very, very deep. Literally, the whole planet owes us everything. So we just talk about this government here. Other governments in this world would owe us stuff too. So with this information, that's why I said, I mean, yeah, they planned this whole, jab thing. But I'm saying the reason why this was pushed so hard, just like now in Biden, the part two, and the next week they're gonna say it did something else and it warped and it changed, and then you got to do this and you got to take another thing. The reason why they're doing this because they want to keep us, in particular, in this information distracted, because this is coming up on the forefront now. This is why you have these blickety black, wokety woke former African people talking about the information now, because they want to jump on it, make money off it. And some of these people are boule themselves. They're triple, double, quadruple agents themselves. But again, to answer your question, sir, is because economically, this world owes us money and owes us everything they took from us. That's why.
Man, that's crazy. So with that being said, right, the largest voting bloc, right? You have a AKA in office, right? Who could be the president at a heartbeat right now, right? You just had another so-called black president in office, and I don't think he ever called himself that, by the way. I don't know, bro. Like, it's just to me, I'm trying to figure out, with all these smart people, right? It just seems like to me that they're paying attention, right, to the climate, and to, sometimes their hands are tied. I know they feel like this. Not all of them are educated on this, but some of them that say what they couldn't speak out on stuff because their handlers wouldn't like it. You understand my point? So do you feel that that they that just instinctively that the ancestors or whatever got them fighting for the best interests of the people, brother? Do you think it's possible?
Well, if I heard your question right, this is what I have to attribute it to high school and being accepted. And this is the difference between me and a lot of humans. I don't need to be accepted. I need to be accepted by myself, my maker, and ancestors. I don't need to be approved by whatever popular groups, whether it be in this community, whoever else. So I think it's I don't want to lose my connections, and I think there's fear involved. But I really think nowadays is I don't want to lose my connections and popularity. Humans need to be liked. And what's weird about me is I don't need to be liked. When I was on the podcast with you, Chief, remember I was talking about I am this and I am this. I'm the person that could be. I used to say this all the time, but I mean it's sad. But I'm the person that could be on the outskirts of Louisiana with a house and a dog and a shotgun and be completely fine. But if you can't look at the man in the mirror and be fine with yourself and be still and look at yourself in the eye without breaking down or being fine, a lot of people can't even look in the damn mirror. A lot of people are their own vampire. A lot of people are sucking up their own energy source and killing themselves off when they think about themselves and when they look at themselves in the mirror. They can't do it. See, I'm fine with myself. A lot of people are not. These people that are selling us out, this, that, and the third, like I said, it might be a different spirit or so on it, but a lot of these people are miserable. I mean, literally miserable. These people need drugs, whether it be designer drugs, federal, illegal drugs, whatever it may be. They need to take this stuff every day to function, to live, to even look at themselves, to stand up on a podium and talk. These people are barely even able to get out of bed. I mean, they even exist without some type of stimulant or substance. It's like a lot of these, Eurasian or European women that are in politics nowadays talking all this mess, or these Karens or whatever it may be. These people are miserable people. So until we understand that we're being ran by demonic, satanic, miserable, mentally ill people, until we ignore them and keep doing what we're doing, we'll be okay. That's why I always say, do not allow ignorance within this community. And I'm not trying to lead this community. We all can get the piece of pie. I'm not the most knowledgeable person. The Supreme Chief Holiday knows a lot more than me about the Aboriginal stuff. I know a little bit. I only been doing this media thing, I don't know, 5 years or so. So my thing is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, I wanted to get your reaction to this statement, and then I got a question for you. I've been on the record maybe 10 years now that slavery was fake, right?
Right.
And I know people get at me and they say, Chief, you saying that slavery doesn't exist. No. I said slavery's fake as it pertains to this old Kunta Kinte story, whatever, where the actual Slavs were slaves 400 years. Would be the Slavs from Indo-Europeans or Slavic people, Slavonic people. Those would be the people who would be the actual slaves for 400 plus years. So kind of, yeah, your reaction to that, and what do you know about the real slave trade of America, bro?
I know a lot about it. So we don't want to talk about the European, and I don't even want to say that, the so-called white slavery thing. We don't want to talk about that, not in the benefit of the Nazi Zionists or the Europeans, but if we expose white slavery, and if we can start with the so-called Irish people, Irishmen, and all these kind of people like that, we need to start with that, because those were the real Slavs and slaves. A lot of these Europeans that came over here were terrorists. They were criminals. They were mentally ill people. They were thugs. We didn't get the best of best. We didn't get any role, if you will. We didn't get the Queen's people over here. We got the rejects of Europe over here. We got the white Eurasian or Nazi Zionist trash in this country that was pushed over here. We got the untouchables forced on us. Again, we didn't get the best of best. We got the trash of Europe over here, for one. So I want people to know that. Also, with the white slavery thing and the Slav thing, whether they be Polish, Irish, from the UK or German, because that's who mainly came over here. Some of these white people like to talk about, the exotic parts of Europe, like they're Swedish. No. A lot of these again, you got to correct these white people too. A lot of these white people are just basically a mutt of German, from the UK or Irish. Then if they want to talk about their this and that, no. You have to correct them on that. But to get back to your question is, when we talk about the Slav or slave, we have these people that came over here that we led over here too. So this is where we messed up, because we were the Indian givers, right? We're very nice people by nature. We're very nice people, but we let these squatters come on our land and these rejects. and we brought them in our family, in our tribes, in our clan because we're nice and we're Indian givers. But to get back to the white slavery thing is we had we had our own plantations. So that story was lied about too. When they talk about these movies and how these plantations, no, a lot of these plantations, whether it be in Louisiana, whether it be in Texas, the Carolinas, whether it be anywhere in this state, there was a plantation. A lot of us own them. And a lot of these Europeans were our indentured servants. The reason why they don't
Wait,
tell
wait,
you that,
wait, hold on, real quick. So the term indentured servant is a misnomer.
okay,
They were our Slavs. They were our slaves. Richard Allen, a lot of the Pan-Boo-Boos like to talk about Richard Allen, for instance, right? Right? But Richard Allen was married to Sarah Bass, a slave girl, slave woman, who would be the mother of the AME Church, who's a pale-skinned woman from Europe. Slav, you understand what I'm saying? Slave. This was their descriptive, this was their term. The word slavery comes from their race of people. Period. I don't understand why people don't get this. And Kunta Kinte is a fabricated story. So a lot of us, right? Now check this out. Dr. Henry Louis Gates Jr. is the leading slave catcher on, right? And he said that it's damn near impossible from his research tracing African Americans. That's what he said. We're gonna get back to that because he's Boule, right? Or baby Boule, either way, you're either one. Dr. Henry Louis Gates Jr. He knows this, right? But he puts stuff out because he knows the truth as well. And so he tries to throw stuff out there. He says that it's damn near impossible to trace so-called African Americans to slavery as well as to Africa. Think about that, brother.
Right.
What's your reaction to that?
You're right, and thank you for correcting me on that thing. With the indentured servant thing, I mean, the only reason why I said it is because we didn't do what. In other words, we didn't do what they did. We didn't kill them and do all that demonic shit to them like they did us. That's why I said that. If somebody can prove otherwise,
they got their ass whooped too, though. They got their ass beat too. I beat that brakes off their ass.
Yeah. But you were asking about Henry Louis Gates. What was the question? You said what I think about him and saying that.
Well, yeah, he said that it's damn near impossible to trace us to slavery. And a lot of people that I've been telling people to email me slavery for years, right? Like in their family, don't send me slave narratives. Send me slavery in your family. Trace yourself back to slavery, right? So a lot of times they're associating our employment after so-called 1865 to slavery. But I want your reaction to Dr. Henry Louis Gates saying that it's almost impossible in his research of tracing us back to slavery.
Well, that debunks his whole Boule mission, a Boule narrative on that show he had, Finding Your Roots or whatever it's called. That debunks. He's putting his foot in his mouth, right? I mean, right there. I remember he had some speech he did where he was talking about Oprah and this, that, and the third, and how this, swabbing of the cheek with the Q-tip and all the DNA testing and all that was basically malarkey. And it was just one big fantasy. It was entertainment. It was an entertainment experiment. That's what it was. The ancestry, the 23andMe, the African ancestry and all that crap. It's entertainment industry. The doctors will tell you that. They'll tell you that. So these people do a lot of double talking and spellology and all this kind of stuff. We just got to realize not to give it no attention. I mean, like you just said, whether he be baby Boule or, part of the bigger picture of the Boule, whatever it may be, we got to stop giving this stuff attention. I mean, yeah, we got to know the game and study it, but we know these are clowns. We know these people are controlled by what? Nazi Zionists.
So Coolicc, let me ask you a question. Some of us, have came through different schools of thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like give me an education background. Like, where did you learn to fight against the system? Like, you understand my point? Like everybody, like don't have this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And some, like, I know, like, some of us just kind of woke up, or we've always seen it. Have you always seen this?
Yes.
Or when did you? Okay, go ahead, bro.
And I didn't mean to cut you, but yes. I'm a musician, uh, and also I'm an audio engineer. But to answer your question and why I said that is I'm a talking person that didn't listen to one thing. I was a dude in high school with the Mohawk. Okay, back in 2000. I went to school 2000, 2004, right? High school, right? Back then, it wasn't popular to have a Mohawk. Now I see all these Negroes and Negroes have Mohawks now. It's funny to me. It's good though because they're getting into their culture. So my point of saying that is I was doing stuff that the so-called black people shouldn't be doing, you know. So if the Nazi Zionist says you got to dress like this, I was dressing the way I wanted to dress. I was in metal bands. I was in rock bands. I was listening to this kind of music: Slayer, Sepultura, Chimera, Pantera. I just wasn't listening to, rap or whatever was at the time. You know what I mean? So my point is, like, I've always been my own lane and doing my own thing. I wasn't worried about, oh, all the black people listen to G Unit. I need to be listening to fucking G Unit. No, I'm gonna be listening to what I like and what I know, what resonates in my soul. Because I know the so-called black people invented all these different music genres. I know they invented metal, rock, blues, and country and stuff like that. And you tell the average black person nowadays, hey, get back to that music, what your people did. Nah, I want to listen to this and that and all this kind of stuff. That's cool, but you do know they're eventually going to take over hip hop and rap. And Tupac's going to be a redhead white person 20 years from now. Y'all going to be okay with that? Because they've already done it with rock and roll and country. And like I said, Tupac 20 years from now is going to be a white redheaded dude. Y'all going to be like, and then all of a sudden, it's going to be a person like me rap. They're going to say, okay, white people need rap and hip hop. So,
Check this out. Now, this is interesting, right? I just seen a clip of this on the Breakfast Club. Snoop Dogg basically had mentioned his top 5 rappers, and I guess he left Eminem off his top 5. Eminem, I guess, said something publicly, and so then I guess him and Snoop had to meet up, and Snoop was like, I apologize to him or whatever. But here's my thing: why does Eminem have to be in Snoop's top 5? Like, this is my whole thing. Like, why would even Snoop have to even have a conversation with him? Why does he even feel privileged to have to say something to Snoop to be in his top 5, bro?
well, he got off script, or he wasn't being a good little nigger boy, or he wasn't being a good little Indian boy, as they would say. He got off script. You're supposed to have a certain script you're supposed to say all the time when they ask you questions in the entertainment field. You're supposed to say it like this. You're supposed to say it in this kind of tone, or you're supposed to say these certain names or whatever it may be. And he didn't, keep to the script. And what they tell you now is Eminem sold the most records. He's the best rapper known around the world, and all this kind of stuff. Now, is Eminem talented? Can he rap? Sure. But is he the best rapper and all this? No, he's not. He's not. And again, that's just trying to infiltrate and brainwash and slowly but fastly put on the Nazi Zionist picture to take over your music like they've done rock and roll and hip hop. I mean, rock and roll and country. Because if you think about country, you've asked people, black folks, so-called black folks, do you like country? No. They associate country or Western music with being European or having a white face on it. But the core, the autochthon version of country or rock and roll or metal, it's our music. And eventually it's going to happen with hip hop or rap unless you guys do something about it.
That's facts. Hey, brother, you from Texas? You do trail rides?
I used to.
Okay. So being in Texas, man, this last summer, man, this past summer, just experiencing, just that culture, man. It's just the culture. We already know we're the cowboys and the Indians.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
We're rooted in American culture. So when you're talking about country, it's really it's kind of sad that they kind of use Lil Nas X. You understand what I'm saying? Like he just was a rapper. Now he's just the rapper. Like, how does this happen? And then he's walking around like Chris Rock and Fifth Element. Like, the shit is crazy, yo. It's like a real live minstrel show happening in front of everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Who supports this? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody's jamming a Eminem record in the hood nowhere. Nobody's hood nowhere. And so, like you're saying, they have a script, but Snoop went off script. I think this is really something that needs to be covered in hip hop. Like, why does Eminem have to be on Snoop or anybody's top 5? He's not on my top nothing.
Me too.
Period. I don't. He's never resonated with Twister's flow. He's not talking about anything that I want to hear. Period. And I never liked his beats. Period. He used to produce most of his records. I didn't like his shit. So I don't know why people like, I wasn't high. My name is no. I didn't like that either. So niggas is making us like shit that we don't like. Now, I listened to his last album, right?
Right.
Right?
Right.
But I don't remember anything he said. I'm not going to say, hey, man, I want to go back and listen to this Eminem album. I want to listen to Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle's a better rapper to me than Eminem. Y'all see how this works?
I agree. I totally agree.
Okay.
I totally
That's just how I feel. If y'all don't understand that, we not the same.
Yeah, and when you ask, not to get too off subject, when you ask my top five, I have I'm a huge West Coast hip hop fan, so I don't even like, a lot of stuff that people would put on their list in general. So that I have a different, take on it in general, because I'm into some different, in terms of hip hop and rap, but it just, if we can get back to being our individual self and stop, I always talk about this, stop looking in other people's lanes and worrying about your mission and keeping to the mission and putting the mission first, we're gonna be all right. We don't got to be violent. We ain't gonna cost you no money. You just have to keep to your mission, keep talking about who you are, and just like you're doing, Chief, with this media and put stuff out here, and just like I see right now on the thing, y'all got y'all links here, you all this kind of stuff where you can buy this and support this. This is all we got to do. This is like what the Asians did about in the early 90s when they did this whole thing about, okay, they're geniuses and they're smart. I talk about this a lot too. All they did was buying these media ads, buying these magazines and newspaper ads and putting this stuff in the media and the movies like they were geniuses. And then eventually everybody thought the Asian was the smartest person in the world. But if you know about their culture, that's not true. Who's really the smartest person in the world and who really invented everything was the Autochthon Aborigines in this country here. And if anybody wants to dispute that, you're wasting your time.
Talk that shit, bro.
Yeah. Now, not you. I'm just saying people, it's
No. That's just facts. That's why I say we the greatest of all time, man.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, hey, press GOAT, y'all. To all the greatest Americans out there, man. We definitely appreciate you guys. And tap in and let us know the state you tuning in from tonight, man, with your GOAT. Press GOAT. Appreciate y'all, man. To the greatest chat room and the greatest audience on planet Earth, man. Like I say, we want to welcome the brother Westside Coolicc. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I see, he's been in the community, but wanted to officially welcome into, the Aborigine awakening. So, this brother right here is really deep. Now, what's really interesting about when we're talking about the Asian community, right? Economically, they're a smaller group, just like a lot of these other groups are smaller group than we are, right? And they're obviously a smaller voting bloc. How do they get more respect as a smaller voting bloc, right, than we do? And I know, like I said, we could build on this question. Really, it's not a question; it's kind of like a statement. Why do you think that they get more respect at the White House or in the courthouse down in everybody's city than we do, bro?
Well, even on the military front, let's look at it on the military front. We know they have the numbers. We know they have the gear. I'll use that language to not be bullied. So when you have the numbers, you have the money, you have the military backing of that, this nation here is going to comply. And this nation is owned by China. We owe them so much money. It's hilarious. So people know this is like it's basic human psychology. People know who to bully and people know who not to bully. The reason why they bully us is because we allow it. The Asian doesn't allow. That's why they came up with this Asian hate thing. That was a tactic. Nobody in this community is hurting them. Nobody's messing with the Asian community. Now, the Europeans, some of these Europeans here have been hurting them and killing them, right? But they put that on us because they can bully us and we allow it. We like the little nerds, in high school, getting beat up, getting our lunch money taken. That's us right now. But until we stand up to the bully and say, no, you're not going to harm us, you're not going to lie on us, we can be like the Asian community and other communities. But they got the military backing, they got the numbers, they paid and bought out. And plus, let's talk about this too. A lot of these politicians, Europeans, they love Asian women. And the biggest simp in this world, the biggest simp known to man is the so-called white man. So they got all that with them. The Eurasian, that's why I say Eurasian, the European Asian, they got some long history. They got some long history together. And they've been trying to come over here into the Americas to infiltrate and take this land for some time now. These Mongols and the Mongolian Empire, study that Mongolian Empire. And not you, Chief. I'm talking about people just listen to this. They got a deep-rooted history together to get rid of us. And then the African came here too. The African's in third place. It's the white, Asian, and African. So all these three people came over here trying to infiltrate this land and kill us off. So they sending the African and the Ghanaian people. That's why you got these Africans in Texas now working in the jails and prisons or just in there in general, right? And they put us up against each other. Is because they're here to get rid of us. And we don't look nothing like no Africans. They know we ain't African, and we know we ain't African. We don't smell like Africans. We don't act like them. We don't talk like them. I ain't never seen no African Kobe Bryant. I ain't never seen no African Denzel Washington. I ain't never seen no African Tyrese, nothing like that. We are not African at all. And that's fine. But they're here to replace us. They are nothing but the Nazi Zionist slave. So this is why they push the African. This is why if you look at these articles, when these people get these jobs, whether it be in the government or military or some high-end tech field, they always talk about these African people, how smart they are, but they don't talk about us. And the reason why these Asians and Africans and whoever over here is because of us and that damn civil rights movement that didn't benefit us. The civil rights movement only benefited who? The LGBT community, white women, and who else? Immigrants. So thank y'all for spitting in our face and killing us off to get y'all ass over here. Thank you very much.
Hey, you on fire, bro. Oh shit. I'm cracking up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm crying over here. Got my stomach hurt. So so for me, just the response to that, right? When we're talking about a small voting block, right? So in my world, my brain, right? That means that we have more people, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we have more people in the military, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's all branches. So we don't got to go. We have more people, more of us in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, probably in the fire department, police departments, right? Everywhere than the Asians, right?
Right.
But what I think what's different between us and them, they practice group economics.
Yes.
Against us.
Yes.
That's the only difference, that they're practicing economic warfare against us and we're not. And I don't think people understand what I just said. How the fuck did the talented nine, the divine dookies go to White House, or any politicians that go into the White House that look like us, that's supposed to be representing us, right, in these cities, are not giving the resources back to the people? How is this not possible, bro? Please make this make sense in Milwaukee, Philadelphia, in Atlanta for me, bro.
This is my opinion on it, and if I'm not answering question right, let me know. But the age what the Asian did, and this is why gold and silver is very important, and these minerals. And again, I don't want to say it. These the most abundant land in this world. Newsflash is not Africa. It is the continent of America. But in particular, this country here, that's why everybody and mama comes over here, is because everything is here right now. And what the Asian community has done federally, this thing we got to understand too. I'm not saying we got to do things federally with everything, but you got to understand is the Asian community has made themselves the silver or the gold. So if you do something to them, you are messing with the insurance policy. You're messing with the money. You are messing with the gold. We used to be the gold and silver. So when I tell people that our identity is stolen, literally our economic value and our existence is not even there. That's why they called you black. But what they did was they made the Asian community our body gold and silver. So this is why you can't harm them. They are the insurance policy. They are, and I hate to say it like this, but now they are. We can stop it. We can change it if we do our job here. But now they are what? The American. And the Eurasian or the European knows that their genetics are getting weaker. So when they mix together, it somewhat keeps a white look, right? That's a good mix. So their genetics can live through the Eurasian or Asian, because the Asian, if you will, gene pool is a little stronger than the European gene pool. They live through them. So this is why this is happening. And then they up game on y'all and made them the gold and silver in the new insurance policy of this land. Hence, you can't harm them or you can't do this. If you even breathe on an Asian person, that's a federal crime.
I mean, I don't even know if that was even a thing. However, I know a lot of things that happen that they do are kind of like conditioners to make you conditioned to certain things. Perfect example, right? Judge Hope Brown them was talking about Biden them cutting funding for the HBCUs, right?
Right.
And so they interviewed a couple students, maybe one or two, you know what I mean? And only like two clips, like 2 seconds, right? But so how they framing it is, okay, well, they about to lose funding, and they're gonna not, certain things are not gonna get money, so they're not gonna have it, right? Well, Biden hadn't cut it yet, but secondly, Trump has funded it for 10 years that you can't cut that. So they didn't say that, and it's just like they put certain conditions out there to condition us for loser. I call it buck breaking, like subtle buck breaking.
Right.
Speak on that.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not advocating Trump or nothing like that. I'm not again, I didn't vote for either of them. I just want to put that out there. But you rather have a proud person of their background, whether they want to be I never say white supremacy. And the reason why I don't say white supremacy, because it ain't no such thing. Now, there's the white inferiority complex or the Nazi Zionist inferiority complex system that he set up to keep them safe or to keep them viable or ahead of you. But I would never tell nobody to ever say supremacy or over you. I would never just say that. But the reason why Trump was so doggone against these other nations, if you will, because we have to understand there's different coat of arms within Europe and the European bloodline. This is why, oh man. So not to sound again, if you study the coat of arms and different European seals and all this, Trump comes from a different family lineage than the Biden, whatever. So you might see them in pictures together and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, when you study genealogy, you study these people's culture and their backgrounds, you would know that their family history didn't really agree with each other. So this is a long awaited thing between certain families of Europe. So Trump is a proud person of his culture. And that's better because he knows that if I empower this Asian narrative here, that's going to get rid of me. So that's why indirectly and directly, it would have been better for him to stay in this office, because certain entities that were going against us, that the Democrats or Democrats or Dixiecrats have pushed against us, it'd have been better for us to get things done, like reparations, restitution, knowing our identity, and this, that, and the third. But this is why they put Biden in the picture, because that can laugh aloud, trump everything else and get us off our square. So this is why they, again, have the jab, and this is why they have this distraction plot. This is why they talk about this guy in the news, on that Hollywood, whatever it may be. This is why they're doing all this stuff, to make sure you do not know who you be.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. This is a Boule, part two of Boule. Or we say baby Boule, right? I mean, it's really crazy, man. The people that they say are attached to this. I just found out Cedric Entertainer's Boule.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But once again, though, if these people like are doing good things for the people say, well, what are these people doing? But some of them are doing stuff for real behind the scenes. I know for a fact that some of these guys know what's going on.
Right.
Period. Right? Like you understand my point? Like
Yeah.
they can't fight that right now because everybody they seen tried that even had more money than them failed. Speak on that, bro.
Well, it goes to the, and I didn't see the special with Dave Chappelle. I mean, this has been talked about many times, but it goes back to that. Is he part of that? Whatever he could be. I think he is personally, but it goes back to, you just have to put the information out there. That's just my opinion on waiting on it, sitting on it, and then talking about it on social media. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, look what I found out, and then all of a sudden the person is killed or they're missing or whatever. Then now's the time to basically, if you know the information, you shall not withhold it. Now's the time to just put it out there. Whether 2 people see it or 2 billion people see it. Now's the time to do that. I don't know what people are doing behind the scenes. If they are, much respect to you. That's playing a game. Whatever. If you are, whoever that may be, much respect to you. But I just feel like in this time right now, there's no time for, oh, I need to be the spook behind the door, or I need to be more strategic, or I need to do it like this. Now's the time just to put it forth and do it, because our ancestors have told us now's the time to do it. I'm not saying it. Our ancestors did. We're not in the slavery days. If it's some of it, well, I'm gonna say it like this. We're not in those days where we had to basically be like, oh, I got to do it like this, or I got to do it like this, or I got to lie, or I got to hide, and I got to speak in a different language. And, we don't have to do that anymore. Now's the time to put forth the information, and whatever the information is, you got to do it. Like with this Kyrie Irving thing. I don't get too much into that, but, he's taking a stand. Now, is he part of that establishment? Yeah, he's got to be, because he's part of that association, if you will. But it's good people are seeing that, if everybody gets on one accord and says, I don't go for this thing, well, they'll stop doing it. And can we talk about this too? Can we talk about the Boule thing? Hold on,
Yes,
Chief.
sir. Say that again.
It was some echo. I can hear something happening.
Hold on, let me fix it.
All right. I think it's better now. But I was just saying, can we talk about this? And again, I'm not gonna call a name, but I'll say it's a very popular person that this community likes nowadays. And what he's gonna do is put out a DVD on these Black Maroons and Black Indians and all this kind of stuff. And again, the language that's used in the terminologies and stuff like that really just doesn't make any sense. Because this kind of answers your question too, Chief Holiday. Like, for example, this person calls himself a historian, a person that knows all this knowledge about whatever else and all this kind of stuff. But before that, he's been talking about Africa and Africa this, Africa that. But now that this movement has gotten popular, has gotten more out there in the forefront, or more, I don't say mainstream, but out there more in the forefront, now he wants to talk about it. But my point is, cool, talk about it, but talk about it correctly. We're not Black Maroons. We're not Black Indians. We're not Black Seminoles. We're not none of that kind of Eurocentric Nazi Zionist narrative he's bringing up forth. And I'm saying he's got the spear right now. People respect him. They like him and all that. And my thing is, you got to get people like you, Chief, and Dane and Kerry Davis, people like that have been talking about this knowledge for years. But you get people that are not even of this community. You get people like Professor James Small. So my point is, with saying that, and we talk about the baby boule, and I talk about this triple, double, quadruple agent. A lot of these people are sent to divide and conquer and slow down the momentum. I don't know if you're there, Chief. Something I can hear. I don't know if your thing was coming back in.
Okay. Yeah, I had to take it out. Well, I want to address Dave Chappelle first, right? Dave Chappelle, I actually saw The Closer, right? Off just this entertainment, funny shit, right? Like I'm laughing, like I'm like, and then I'm even saying shit like, wow, he said that. You understand my point? Like it was just vintage Dave Chappelle. You follow me? It's like it was crazy, right?
Right.
Shit was crazy. Like I even felt like he went too far once, and for me, when he was talking about getting molested by the priest, right? He was a kid, and he basically was like, yo, he enjoyed just for PG purposes, topped off, by the priest. Like that was the punchline of that joke. You know what I mean? And for me, that I'm one of the type of guys, like I don't even joke like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not even like something to joke about, right? But right. But when he did the joke on the space Jews, right?
Right.
I really was like, are they gonna get him? Like, is this gonna go? Like, you understand my point? Like,
right.
How he told the story, how he put it together in the joke. It was crazy. You know what I mean? It was like, wow. It was basically like, and how he made it, how he left it out there. It was like, basically, that's what they have done. You understand my point?
Right.
Shit was crazy. And, I when getting to the transgender thing, whatever, right? Even they tried the baby joke. They tried to get him in, different things or whatever, right? And I always was like, yo, no, it was about the space Jew joke. They just using these other things to distract people, right? But I actually think it flips the other way, because Dave Chappelle is technically, like, he's not basically pro or anti transgender.
Right.
And they'll still push that. Like, I'm not either, right? Your choice is your fucking choice as a grown person. You understand my point? We can't tell nobody what to fucking do. But we should be able to have that right too. You know what I mean? I think that's his right. But he was like, basically the punchline of the transgender joke, right, was he was honoring his transgender friend who killed himself. The joke, it was just like, was it a joke, or was it like, damn, teach them a lesson, right? But he was like, basically, these are jokes. We're supposed to be able to laugh together. You guys are supposed to have a special, like, well, okay, we see a motherfucker that's dressed like a woman, but he got a fucked up beard, right? Nigga, we can't jank you? Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, why we can't tell a joke about somebody, because that's our culture. right? So being able to tell that story or whatever, it creates fear. It creates, if you guys want to be equal, then you can take equal fucking jokes. And that's kind of where he was at with it. You know what I'm saying? As well as being able to have freedom of speech. So now, yeah, Damon Wayans, not Damon Wayans, I think it was Marlon. One of them was it was Damon. And Damon was like, yo, he looked at Dave Chappelle as Van Gogh. You know what I'm saying? Like he made a sacrifice for a lot of us, for them, you know what I'm saying? Because they really feel like they're being censored.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I do.
I just, man, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, do we just throw these? Are we going too far with this Boule series and the gatekeeping shit, brother?
I don't think so. I don't think so, because I'm looking at it from a point of view is what he's saying is what he should be saying. But what if the Boule and the Nazi Zionist narrative has gotten more technical, whereas let me give you something where you feel like you're free, and let me disperse these people like a Tariq Nasheed's and Dave Chappelle's, and let me make sure they say stuff you think in your head that's not possible to say, and then let me make them feel like, okay, they're still successful, ain't nothing happened, da da da. So that's where I think we're at now on the strategize right now, on the strategy, right? That's just my personal, is it right? I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying until I see somebody like, I don't know, let me see here, yourself or Dane on a bigger platform like a CNN talking how we talking and things getting done, then I'll say, okay, the horn is blown now. The smoke signal has been sent. Then I'll believe it. Because when I look at other people's storylines and who they're connected with, I don't really, it's not credible to me. For me to think, okay, these people are for you, but I could be very wrong. I could be very wrong. But I mean, again, what he said on there was, I never seen it. I've seen little clips of it. But what he said, I mean, he didn't say anything wrong. I mean, again, he's a comedian too. So what was wrong with what he said? This is art, right? We're in theater. This is art. It's art. It's theater. The world is a theater. But you're telling me when I get on the stage, when the Aborigine gets on stage, only he can talk about himself, kill himself, like drugs, sex, being a coon. That's the only thing I can do within art. But art is everything. Art is everything. Art has no boundaries, has no limits. Art is the truest form of the human expression, right? So why do I have these certain censors on there when it comes to American Aborigine? But anybody else that gets on there, they can talk about whatever they want to talk about. Why is that? And we got to understand too, these celebrities, where they mess up is they always go behind the term black and want to forefront that. But until they come into knowledge or accept or stop being boule or whatever it may be is, and talk about this is our land and this is the Aboriginal land or Autochthon land, and stop talking about the so-called Black Lives Matter and all that. Because like you said too, when you say Black Lives Matter, you're saying no lives matter. You're saying you don't exist. So people have been screaming that. And when you scream that to yourself and the universe and ancestors, you get what you get. And again, none of us got these so-called black people ain't get. I didn't get a penny. You get a penny?
9. Jabari did. He's on salary. And my son and Tamika Mowry and all those other clowns. Like, yo, like, man, like, it's just, man, sometimes, like, at some point, you know, the people who should win, Lord Jamar should win. You understand my point? Like, when the bad thing happened right now, Lord Jamar should have 10 million subscribers, right?
Right.
I mean, it's like, because an alternate universe, y'all. Like, niggas would be like, yo, we on code. We not fucking with Vlad. None of these other Adam 22. No disrespect, because I'm not a fucking hater, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's like, what are we doing? Like, that, you guys don't think that we could interview celebrities or like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, to be able to build with them and to be able to give them some other outlets and to the people and unfiltered things. If Beyonce was in this community on the platforms, it'd be billions of people watching the channels. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just what it is. So that has nothing to do with it. We're on the biggest platform on the planet. Yeah.
Right.
Fuck. And so we talked about Tariq Nasheed and making this Maroon movie, right?
Right.
Now, I just say this, we're making our own film, be able to tell our own story and to be able to put it out the right way because we're not beholden to anybody. See how that works? Just nobody. Nobody has a battery in our back. Nothing. We're completely free Americans.
Right.
To build for our ancestors and our people, right? So, but if he makes the film and he puts it out the right way, right? Like you said, telling the story the right way. And that's what it was really about ultimately, is us putting out the information so much that it changes history. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he just told this story in 1804. Let's be clear. What would be the difference in those Maroons and these Maroons, right?
Right.
Let's talk about it. So,
right.
I do this, man. So once again, it's to get ahead of this community, get ahead of control. Like, and we understand that, but see, our ancestors have another plan, yeah. They can't stop this. This ain't nothing that can be controlled by no one person, nothing, a group. It just wakes you up. This is growing right now. You can't stop it. It's too fucking real. And what's crazy is we hitting every curriculum, and that's what I don't think people understand. Like, it's like this think tank is just so strong from the scientific standpoint of it, because you have to have that, because word of mouth is not even good enough in your own goddamn house. So people say, "Oh yeah, I go with grandma." Nigga, shut up. You just became a damn Indian 2 years ago. So oral tradition didn't work for your goofy ass either, dummy.
Right.
So you got to have more than that in your arsenal or whatever to change the minds and hearts of our people. Right. Or stay in your fucking lane, goofy. Like, motherfuckers just so like, and like I'm like you, man. I don't want to talk about these guys, and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they should tell the story right. They should represent the people. They should share and be able to give back. And some of it is just like, yo, calling in, Beyonce, call in on the show. You know what I'm saying? Y'all follow me? I'm using him as an example because he's the biggest on the planet. What's it gonna cost for her to call in Coolicc? Hey, Coolicc, we doing some shit in Houston. Jay gonna come pick you up. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? What are we doing out here? Right? Like, come on, like we our own demise, but it seems like these gatekeepers have so much power, bro. Like, I think that's the problem, yo. Because you see what they doing with Kyrie, right? We're gonna talk about Kyrie.
Right.
Everybody know Kyrie's right.
Mm-hmm.
But they still didn't stand with him.
Right.
They don't need to play basketball, you goofy, tall niggas.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Like, I don't respect them. Well, I'm with Kyrie. But no, look, check this out. Bradley Beal didn't take the vaccination. He's playing in New York. So they're going to have to make this make sense, bro. Make it make sense to us. See, why are they singling out Kyrie? Bradley Beal, anybody going to talk about him? Shout out to Bradley Beal, but he's not Kyrie Irving. He's not a target. Right. Why are they targeting Kyrie Irving?
Well, he claims to be a...
Y'all think it's flat earth? Y'all think it's flat earth? Huh? Kyrie might be trying to get them down taxes.
Right. Right.
Shout out to Kyrie. Kyrie, get your taxes, dude.
Right.
Shit, think about it though. Cause like I'm gonna keep asking this question. Don't the Indians, why are y'all taxing us?
Right.
Wait, would that be a secret that you gatekeepers are keeping? Are you guys tax-free, taxes up? And y'all just not telling? Like, shout out to Kanye West. Kanye was mad. He was like, why y'all didn't tell me?
Right. I remember we said that, yeah.
He said he was free. He said he got back like $69 million instead of paying taxes. He got back taxes. He said he was a free man. Can you please explain what Kanye West is talking about? You can speak on Kyrie as well.
Yeah, if I when I had Twitter, because my Twitter got deleted. When I had it, I tweeted Kanye. Did he see it or not? No, probably not. I don't know. But I used to tweet all this Aboriginal stuff to him, or indigenous stuff to him, or talking stuff to him. And I said to him, I said, if you figure this out, who we are, and disperse this information in your albums and in your tweets, I said, the floodgates going to open. I mean, it's right there. The floodgates going to open. Imagine if Kanye West called your show, Supreme Chief, or called mine, or called whoever, right, and started talking. Because when he goes on his thing, he goes on his thing, and he goes on his rant. People listen. And if he did that, it would just be powerful. I wonder if he knows, but I think if he did know, I feel like he would be dropping some more knowledge in his music, rather be little hints and stuff like that. Because I don't think his mouth could be able to shut that down. But I don't know. The thing with Kyrie, I don't follow NBA or NFL like that. I haven't watched the NFL since 2007. Because the NFL is nothing but the nigger football league to me, and NBA stands for nigger baboon league. That's just my opinion on it. A bunch of grown men running the ball up and down the field, jumping up and down. You got the Nazi Zionists and Europeans in the stands clapping, and when they get hurt, they get no money. It's just modern day slavery. It looks like some clown shit to me. But the thing with Kyrie, I respect what he's doing and all that, but it would be nice if he could eventually, with that information, he has eventually form his own league. Like Ice Cube has done with the Big Three or whatever they call that. Jump up with him or form your own thing, because he's got the following, he's got the money, he's got the power, he's got the backing, he's got the sponsorship. So with that being said, if they are the interest, this is what I don't get about these NBA, NFL niggers. If they are the power and blood and all of this entertainment field or the sports field, why don't they take their knowledge somewhere else? Just like Boule LeBron James, who's got the tattoo on his chest. He's one of the biggest names in NBA, if not the biggest, and he's on complaining about this, that, and the third, and people ain't being treated right and all this. Why don't you take your interest somewhere else and build your own league? So it goes back to, I'm listening.
Well, hey, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Did you catch the Tulsa thing that they produced? That came out?
I did. I saw that, man.
Did you catch the part where they said that it was 5 different tribes there, like black tribes, all the way to white tribes? Did you catch that part?
Yes.
Yeah. And a lot of times, man, people don't catch things, but we know that the Europeans came here. We know that they created other people, but ultimately, who had the land, who had the most resources there, right? People act like, well, if it was burned down in 1922, when was it built?
Right.
How long did it take? Like, it's right. And we understand these people went to different places and it even just diverted the resources away from the more affluent side of town, or built a highway right through the middle of it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So we understand just the acts of war that happened to our people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just think it's just things that we have to really pay attention to. But the seriousness of these gatekeepers, though, like I don't know, like what are some things that you think we could do besides like yourself calling them out, that we could do collectively to apply pressure to them?
Just not support. Don't support them financially. Don't give them media and the news. When they say these wild things in the news, whoever it may be, whether it be the Judge Ho Browns, whoever it is, ignore it. Don't give support. Unfollow. Like y'all do me. Unfollow. Unsubscribe. Don't give your blood. Don't give your attention. Don't give your currency to these people. And that'll give notification to the Nazi Zionists. I need to give them another script to get on board to fit their narrative. This is why the Asians control their community. This is why people around the world respect them, because they control their own narrative and they have their own Hollywood. We don't have our own Hollywood like we used to have. We don't have our own entertainment field like we used to have. So if we just stop giving them attention, our currency, our money, whether it be the baby boule, the big boule, the medium boule, the micro boule, whatever. If we stop doing that, they'll get the message. Just imagine if Beyonce had a concert, right? And only 5 people showed up. And then again, the other people said, if Beyonce, if you don't use your platform to say who we are the Aborigines or we the Autochthon people, I guarantee you.
But she wouldn't know if we wasn't there. We wasn't there though. She wouldn't know if we wasn't there. You hear me?
Right.
Because a lot of us can't afford those tickets anyway. So I say this, all right, and I don't know if people are paying attention, but we stay on our lane. It's just when you give us the opportunity to pounce, and you hop it out, they get drunk and hop in our lane while we're building peacefully. Judge Joe Brown was okay. He was just okay a month ago. You see what I'm saying? He just said some weird shit that for us, you know what I'm saying? Like you're taking he has a bigger platform, and if once you say that, not only are we gonna ignore you, we just gonna tear your shit down. You understand what I'm saying? Like we come, everybody come for us, we tear their shit up. They be talking, they be like, well, where's this coming from? Nigga, the ancestors come from everywhere.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear no more bullshit.
That's right.
I couldn't even imagine nobody bucking these fools no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? To go teach you about Egypt? Really?
Right.
When you come on, bro. Like it's just slavery. Y'all want a motherfucker to teach you about Kunta? Like, come on, y'all. Like, what are we talking about? So I just think, like, for me, man, like we just gotta keep pushing. And this is a social, political, economic war. Social has to be a big part of it, and we don't have the resources, so we have to get on their platforms as by any means necessary. Guerrilla wars, tactics, whatever. If y'all understand what I'm saying, if we got to go to in the chat room and it's 100 of us, you understand what I'm saying? It'll seem like 10,000 because we that powerful. Like that's just what it is, y'all. So we got to start moving different. Like emailing motherfuckers, like what the fuck are y'all in their inbox? Like what are you talking about?
Right.
You just said what? DL, why the fuck is you sharing this? You know what I'm saying? And not sharing this, sir.
Right.
Check this out. And y'all, I tell y'all straight the fuck up. Like when we coming, y'all not with us, y'all against us. Sorry. We're going to war. Period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this Hughley guy, and I don't all that blackety blickety woke stuff. It's again it's accepted by the Nazi Zionists. That's their script, if you will. That's why they can talk about that stuff all day. Because if it wasn't popular, or if they didn't prove that, trust me, they would not be talking about it. I mean, again, some things they show is good, but a lot of this stuff is scripted. A lot of stuff is made up to keep you in stress, to keep you in bondage, to keep you in a constant fear, right? And this is why, as you said, Chief, when we look at these movies like 12 Years a Slave and all that, and all this kind of mess, this is what they're doing in the media, showing these pictures and keeping this slavery narrative and this black narrative. How come they don't talk about who's the original cowboy? Who's the original Indian? Who invented this genre of music? Who used to live in Wisconsin? Who used to live in Washington State? Who used to live in Georgia? Lake Lanier, mud floods, the flooding, Katrina, really why they did Katrina. There's a reason why they don't talk about this stuff, because it hasn't been approved by their handlers. But we have a job to do to tell the truth and not give them no attention. We have the power right there. That's a chess move right there. Unfollow them on the Instagram or their social medias, their YouTubes. And if y'all do that, I guarantee you, either that's going to shut them up or they will quickly change their narrative. But y'all got to have, it's like a drug. Y'all got to have and see what they're doing. The celebrities and all these celebrities can't do nothing for me. I mean, personally, I like some of them, but at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. I made the video about them two people we talked about before on here. I was telling people, I sent it to everybody. I said, do not mess with these people here, because they're going to, again, I was in a room with these people. This is like 5-6 months ago with the whole Brown and all that. I was like, this dude is saying some crazy shit. I said, watch. And I emailed people personally. I went to their social medias. Y'all put me on red or whatever. Now y'all talking about it. But I told y'all, leave them alone. Don't give them attention. And we're a soldier within this community, this tribe. If one of us who are for this community, for our ancestors, says, leave them alone and watch with this, you need to listen up. You may not like me, whatever it is. But what I said was correct. And this is, you can look at my videos on my channel. This is way 5-6 months ago. I did this video. So I said, watch out from Donald with the dick and Holborn. I said, watch out. They coming. And lo and behold, what they do? Start talking this mess. It wasn't because Dane and his Native American video. If you're watching this, Dane, no, it wasn't because of that. It's because what I've been saying. Because I already confronted him in that room. I'm on the blog talk. I already done this. I saw the playbook. That's one of my talents, seeing something happen before it hits this 3D paradigm. I told y'all that. So you ain't gonna take
facts.
You ain't gonna take that. I'm on a rant. I'm sorry.
Hey, brother, I like giving people their flowers, you know, and they can smell them.
Yeah.
So, hey, this is Westside Coolicc, man. If y'all haven't subscribed to this brother channel, man, please do, man. I want to say shout out to Big Dog Philly OG, peace to the guy, man. Thanks for the cash out, brother. If y'all haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the brother's channel as well. I think we're gonna be drive-by over there too this week, sometime maybe next week.
You
can bless us, you know, come on his platform. So, like I said, y'all know Su Casa is Mi Casa, Su Casa, whatever, right?
See.
My castle is your castle. Yeah. So, you know, like I said, man, and this is the People's Station channel. Like I said, we wanna get the subscribers up. We want to get 100,000. We want to get 200,000, 300,000. Right? You understand what I'm saying? We want to be able to create our own ecosystems, our own networks, things like that. And y'all know how we get down over here. Once again, only builders. We're the only builders out there. See how that work? So we're getting it in, man. I'm with a builder right here. Brother, what are other things that you see, you know, before nobody's seeing it, that you see that we need to be paying attention to, brother?
I don't know if I want to put this out here yet. I'll have to talk to you on the back end on this, but I will say this on the front end right here. We'll talk offline on one thing. But on the front end, I've said this live or whatever. We got to stop this word about do we like each other thing and just do it. And what I'm saying is, when I look at Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, and all these people, I think on the day of Sunday, one of them goes on a certain time slot, another one goes on a certain time slot, and then the grand finale, the blickety black woke boss that y'all like, goes on the last time and takes away the show. He's the feature. He's the main character of the theater, right? Of the bread and circus. We need to start doing that too, where we have certain people going certain times and we just constantly disperse this information. That's how they get so popular too. Yeah, they were talking about the headlines of the news, but they constantly on schedule on the military front was always putting out this information at certain times. You know, they did this time, they did this time. So what I'm saying is we need to, again, fuck all this, I don't like somebody, whatever. You don't got to be on my show. You ain't got to be on mine. But what we have to do in this media is buy these ads, put this symbology up on there, and constantly keep talking about our narrative, right? And it doesn't cost a lot of money. So I would say in the forefront, let's organize on an email list here and say so-and-so goes on this time, whatever. And again, I can go to the bottom. Y'all can have me way on the bottom. I don't care because y'all don't like me. That's cool. That's cool. But we need to constantly do that every Sunday, Thursday. We need to do a Sunday when they go on. If we do this every Sunday, I guarantee your followers will go up. It'll trump this shit eventually because the ancestors they're gonna fight for us. Because our ancestors are not on that blickety black shit they talking about. Talking about B1. What is it? Black first. Black dead first, basically what that means. So we talk our narrative, we go on Sunday. Each of us go on a certain time slot and keep doing that and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. I'm telling you, we gonna get the momentum back. So I would say just, you know, trying to do that. That's basic. It don't cost no money or nothing like that. Just do that. Control the media.
Hey, brother, you want to get some questions in? We'll talk to some people who come on the panel. You got anything else you want to share with the people?
I just want folks to know you know, again, this is your channel. This is your people. They know already. I just want to really, we're not of African descent. We're not African. We're the Tongan Aborigines of this country, um, and that's fine. I'm not downplaying nobody else or disrespecting nobody else, but we're not African. We have to understand that these other communities, like the Asian community or Jewish community, they don't have these so-called black people telling them who they are. So the joke's on us. Think about it. You know, y'all know about the CLC, the Chinese Learning Centers. Do they have any so-called black people in these Chinese learning centers teaching them or their children who they are and teaching them? Nope. So why in the hell do we have these people that don't care about us, don't like us, don't love us, don't respect us, don't give a rat's ass about us, teaching about us? This is why they can pull these stunts like slavery and the transatlantic thing and the Harriet Tubmans and you were talking like you was a slave. And then when you look in your family history, a lot of us owned a lot of these businesses. Again, this everything we know trumps everything they said. We go back into our history or genealogy, whatever it may be. You ask our family, oh, so and so owned this, and so owned this, and so had this many acres, and so owned this plantation. And then you go to school, they tell you was a slave, you couldn't read, and 4 white men off the coast of Africa stole you. Make it make sense. So the joke's on us. But to get back to what I'm saying is, no other community has their enemy teaching them who they are, but us. But us.
Damn it, son. Hey, man, but you know that's a part of the I mean, yo, bro, we talk. I think I said this so much, man. The Ghetto Informant Program, the Ghetto Informant Program, the Ghetto Informant Program. God damn, we're gonna have to figure out how much Biden got funded that he increased the funding for the Ghetto Informant Program, right? Maybe the Dookie 9, right? The Divine Dookie ones that went up there, you know, and all the other politicians, they already got their money. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Through that. So they're not gonna go up there because now they gotta account for this 32 or whatever billions of dollars that they gotta go get. They gotta go back and do something with it in the community. Why go talk to Kamala Harris, your Sorrow, about the community stuff? It's like going and talk about hey, these issues are going on, but you see everybody else getting money for their issues, but you're not going to get no money for those issues that you say you're talking about. Why did make this make sense, y'all? Like, I don't respect nothing that you guys are doing, and that's why we're doing this series. Baby Boulets, Freemasons, everybody. If you guys are really about the people, okay, you guys will step forward and start helping us to do some real building. You don't have to tell us your secrets, and we really don't care, actually. Because they apparently are not helping you guys do nothing for us but wash some cars. What the fuck? And so, once again, we're bum rushing the gates. Don't get in the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, anything else you want to say, man? I want to add to the build. Westside Coolicc, y'all tap into this channel, man. And I definitely agree about networking. You know, well, that's why you're over here, man. You know, we got a nice little network going. That's why we had pushed this back an hour. My brother Aboriginal TV was live earlier. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just wanted to kind of give him some room. You know what I mean? So, but I appreciate you doing that too, pushing it back an hour, and I appreciate you guys tapping in with us as well. Yeah, we try to work with each other, man. You know, because once again, it's about sharing. Sharing is caring. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's just about sharing. You know, sharing the video on your Instagram or your Facebook or Twitter. It's all about that. And once again, you guys. A big part of it, man. Like, shout out to Braveheart 334 the other day. He was over there. I mean, he just revealed some stuff to me from the question that they were asking from the chat room, right? To the brother Jay Winters Nighthawk, right? Nighthawk Winters, Night. Okay, yeah, you know the brother I'm talking about, right?
Right.
Okay, and really had a lot of respect for him because he's been one of the ones that speak out and say that, okay, you know, you guys we're all one people, you know what I'm saying? And that's some bullshit about the slave trade and all that, right?
Right.
But then they turn around when Braveheart was asking them about stop saying black blood and we Africans and all this other stuff, right? We the Aborigines. He just got mad and was like, what does it matter who's first? Why are they so mad about us being first, brother?
Right.
Why is that so important to you?
Well, those who control the beginning controls their destiny. And that's why they don't want you to have it. Because like I was saying before, if you figure out in the past what they owe you, and in just the present too, that shuts down the whole planet. Because you know how those pro-black people talk about we was the whole planet? We in particular would be the whole planet then, literally. If that was the case, and we found out not only what this nation owed us, but Africa, Eurasia, Germany, Canada, blah, 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 because they owe us, but they stole from us too. So a man who controls his destination controls his future. So, I mean, that's my opinion on it. It's unfortunate, Nightwolf said that or got off balance or mad about that, but I mean, we are the original. We are the autochthon Aboriginal people of this country. We're not of this African mix or Asian mix or whatever. I remember people used to talk about, well, the Native American is African or Asian. No. We are the Aboriginal autochthon people of this land. It is us.
Yeah, and see, a lot of times people try to say, well, the reason why the Kyrie Irving, for instance, or in the tribe that he's in now, right? It's because his people were slaves, or they were runaways, or you understand what I'm saying? Not that they're original, And so now the pale skinned ones, or even the ones that even look like ocularly to like Europeans,
right,
are more Lacono than him. That doesn't make sense
at all
to archaeology, craniology, and all these other things. And so you guys got to understand, once again, we're beating them at their own game. We're beating them linguistically. We're beating them with their archaeology. We're beating them with these other things to make them move around, make them change shit up. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not about what your feelings is. Okay, well, you're going with this. Well, this says this. You said that this is how you identify a human being. We're done.
Right.
Stop playing with us. Right. And so the power comes in, like you're saying, is being first. But when we look at the definition of American, it says the Aborigines or the copper colored people that they found when they came here.
That's right.
Why is it so hard for anybody to understand Black has no standing in law? Why is it so hard? Please make it make sense, brother.
People are so attached to the child. It's like their religious thing in their childhood stories. They can't let go of the childlike mind. A lot of these people that are so-called adults or in this body as an adult person have always been children. And again, like I was saying earlier, it might be a different type of soul or energy field or spirit in there that might not be of our existence. But people just are children at heart, and they don't want to let go of that, and again, that's a deep rooted thing. They can't, so when you say you're not Black, that has a lot of attachment for them. They can't let go. It's like some people that got to drink every day or smoke weed every day or do things that, are not that healthy for them to do every day. Now y'all can do this stuff, but doing it every day and every second. So these people have lived this Black life or Black narrative every single day. And you tell them to let go of this drug, which is being Black, because being Black is a drug. If you tell them to let that go, they don't exist because Black means no existence. So when you say let go, they got to let go of themselves. Their whole thought process, their whole being, they have to let go. And people like that usually will just implode or explode. So it being Black thing is a psychological thing that's just, it's very thick and very, very deep for some people. But I mean, my ancestors know they ain't Black. We know they ain't Black. I've never seen a Black person. Hell, I've never even seen a white person. I've seen a brown person. I've seen a copper colored person. I'm looking at a copper colored person right now as I speak. I see a copper colored person right there on the chat. I'm talking to a copper colored person. So, but I've never seen nor heard of a black person. What is that? So are you saying these people are walking zombies? They're slaves? They're deaths? They're whitewashed? Is that what this black means? But why was the label put on other people? Why was it put on us? And just us.
Right, but he was saying black blood, and so that's what was offensive to the brothers and sisters that were in the chat room that were listening to brother Night Wolf and the rest of them. There was some other older gentlemen on there, copper colored brothers that identifies as Sioux and different things or whatever, and it's like they knew, but it's like they were like keeping favor. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Like there was a couple older gentlemen, bro, like say late 60s, 50s, 60s, you know, and that have been friends with Jay Winters according to them for years. But it was like they didn't want to get out of friendship with him. Jay Winters even told one of them that he was gonna call him and like basically chastise him after the show or some shit, bro. It was like really crazy and weird, bro. But because you know they know. Right. Especially the stuff they were saying, but they just kept trying to deflect. And then there was one brother that came on at the end, right? Bald head. He was like, I'm just gonna come in real fast and leave. And he was like, yo, hey, why don't you guys listen to what they're saying? Y'all, this shit is deep, y'all. This shit is deep, yo. This is it's like I said, asking that question, who are the first Americans is changing the game. So when we start talking about the Tonsiness people, Aborigines, it's people start looking around like, what's happening? What are the gods have walked in the door. Hey man, and like I said, man, this not excluding anybody that considers themselves any of these terms, more Christian or whatever, right? But what we're asking you to do, what Malcolm asked people to do, right, is just leave all your oaths at the door. Mm-hmm. And some of y'all can't do that, man. That's a problem. You guys don't understand.
And it is, yeah. Oh yeah. Because as men, we gotta let that go. We gotta let our ego go. As men, like I said, y'all don't have to like me or whatever. We gotta let the ego go. If what I'm saying is correct, if what Chief is saying correct, if what somebody else is saying correct, and again, we ain't got to be even around each other, but we have to utilize our information and disperse it. And then we can fake the funk. Hell, I can have somebody I don't like on my channel, but if y'all are talking about what we are talking about, I am grown enough and big enough to let things be if we are talking of this to help our ancestors and people get their land back. So in the future, down the line of generations, they don't have to be in such be such in attack mode every day or so stressful every day because they got to fight for their existence. So we got to utilize the tools we have now. Let's put aside to all this other stuff we got going on, whatever it may be. But again, if you are really for the people, let's go. Let's go. And we got to get off this thing about this clout thing. I don't want to have this person here because they're going to get my fans and they might get more than me. I hope you get more fans and more followers than me. I hope you do. I wish success to you all. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not an ignorant or egotistical person. Hope we all do great. I hope Chief Holiday wakes up next day and has 1 billion followers on his YouTube. Why would I, as a man, want him to do less than me? Think about that. That's the Nazi Zionist chip that y'all have let people put in your body. So if I ask Dane or if I ask anybody else in the computer, hey, come on my thing or whatever. No, I ain't fucking with him because he ain't got 20 million followers. Oh, I don't like that nigga. That's something wrong with you. I want all y'all to be the best. And just like Buzz Lightyear said, to infinity and beyond. As a man, I'm saying that. And that's called letting your nuts hang. I want everybody to be successful in this community because we deserve that. I can let the little bullshit white woman disingenuous tactics go. Tariq Nasheed. I'm not worried about that. I want everybody to make it because this is our fucking land. How's that so? Is that not hard for y'all to understand? Y'all can't let the ego go? Is it the Nazi Zionists got your balls that tight? Huh? You can't let it go? I didn't been check myself on that. I've never been a jealous, ignorant person. I want all of us to make it. This is our land. This is our people's land. Now is the time to let go of the Nazi Zionist governor or chip in your body. Get rid of that shit. Let your reptilian brain go. It's that simple. But you have the power to do it. Nobody else is controlling it but you. So all the names I've called out, this shit's on you. Ain't nobody else but you. I'm up here ranting. I'm sorry. But that's real walkie-talkie.
That's a fact. Yeah, man. Hey, sheesh, man. He's dropping number fire heat rocks over here, man. Like I said, y'all, this is Westside Coolicc. Tap in with him, man. Subscribe to the brother's channel. That's some great information. Man, I love those memes, man, that you be putting up, bro. You like people don't understand, man. It's like art.
Right. Right.
But pictures say 1,000 words. Say somebody just stay on the run, right? And they don't have a lot of time to read articles, but a picture that's may have a nice little caption, just says so many things for the psyche. And that person is at their desk, you know what I'm saying, or wherever they're doing, their job or their businesses or whatever, right? Say if they get not consumed, that image is still in their head, brother. These things are very, very, very important. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's another thing that people don't understand. We're leaving our mark in history.
Right.
This is today's hieroglyphics and emojis or petroglyphs and things of that nature, whatever, in the future. You understand what I'm saying? Like we have to create our own art and control it. And that's the thing. We're not controlling the distribution of our art. Even though the playing field has been leveled, you see how hard it is even for people that are billionaires that look like us? Yeah. Because I see them fighting, y'all. I do. I see them fighting, but they get knocked down every time. Like from the Byron Allens to the Puffy M or whatever, they'll say something, they'll step out there, you know what I mean? And they'll make an example out of them.
Right.
Yeah, you feel me, bro? So I even though I feel the way I feel, it's not all of them are in the boule, and I would like to think most of them are not. Not just a hand-picked few are obviously put as gatekeepers as well in the industry. You've been in the industry as well. If you want to speak on that a little bit, as far as Hollywood, anything, man, we talk just anything you want to say to the people before you get about it.
Yeah, I just want to thank again. I want to thank Chief Holiday for having me on here. In terms of Hollywood, and the things I know. I just been around these C-lister people. I've never been around, Justin Bieber's and stuff like that. So I'm talking to people that are more, in the music industry, that level on the C level. But I consider them the A level. You don't need to be at the level of a Bieber or anybody like that. So I'm not in that crowd. But as a musician or the audio engineer, I know certain things and understand how things move. My thing is what I've noticed, and the biggest lesson we can understand is, like, for example, if y'all know who Tech Nine is mainly an independent artist, and he's got his stuff from the ground up. Now, yes, it took longer to get where he's at based off being an independent artist, but in the long run, and the fruits of his loin, if you want to say it like this, with his hard work, he got the prize where he needed it. He's got his masters. He owns all his shit and this, that, and the third. When you talk to these other people that are B-listers or A-listers, they're owned by some other Nazi Zionist entity and they're their slave. So again, it might take you longer to get there based off being independent. You got to do more stuff. You got to fund more stuff, but you get what you need for your family and for your lineage. And that's what I'm saying here. We've been patient enough, and now's the time to disperse information and go at it and go. So all I'm saying is, like, we've already done the work is what I'm getting at. Now's the time, because our ancestors been done the work. What they're screaming at us about now is speaking respect on their name. Just like Birdman said, put respect on our name. Now's the time to do that. We got to talk the talk. Because all we got to do, we literally can sit in a chair. What we're doing right now is and tell the world who we are, and things will get done. If everybody does that, I mean, literally everybody. We don't got to go to the UN. We don't got to buy a big building for $1 billion. We can sit in a chair and just say who I am, who I be, and stuff will change. Like it's even changing now. It's that simple. Hell, they might shut down certain things, whatever. But we are the media. We are Facebook. We are Instagram. We are YouTube. Without the Aborigines, without the Autochthon Aborigines of the Americas, this media, right? This social media will be nothing, because the social media experiment is based off you, American Aborigines. It's not based off anybody else. It's based off you, not the African, not the Chinese, not anybody else. It's based off you. And y'all need to understand that. You control this shit. Whatever you do negative, whatever you positive, it's your choice. You control it and control it. Remember the lady from The Matrix, the so-called black lady that wrote the Matrix story? Study that. We control all this energy fields and all this media and all. We control it. Now get into your throne because you're at home. Put your hat on and drive your car, if you will. It's that simple. Y'all don't even want to do that? Y'all worried about an NFL game, an NBA game, and you don't even own your own league yet. Your ancestors are screaming. The ancestors are screaming at LeBron James right now. He could right now tell 1 million Negroes that we are not black and that are not of African descent. And I guarantee you at least 500,000 of these Negroes will go, you know what? Damn it, I ain't. And that would change just like that. It's that simple. Nobody's going to hurt them. Nobody's going to fire them. Nothing like that. That's all fake too. That whole getting hurt or getting knocked off and all this kind of stuff. No, they don't do this stuff because they don't want to lose popularity, because they're owned and they have contracts by China, by these other entities. That's why they don't do it, because they'll lose that money. They'll lose them 20 cars they got in their driveway, whatever it may be is. And Tech Nine, that's the reason why I pointed at him. He owns all this shit. He can do what he wants to do. He ain't got to worry about China or this, that, and the third, and some other third corporation taking it and taking away from his family, because he owns it. LeBron James, again, this is real, is nothing but a nigga boy slave. Until y'all figure that out, you'll be all right. So all I'm saying is get on back on the independent level. Go back home, go out west, buy land in Montana, Utah, Nevada, Texas. Buy your land up, because everybody else is buying land. And what do they do when they buy land here? They go buy the land, they build their business on there, then they jump ship, go back home, then bring more of their family here, kill you off, and now they the American. So this is the same play again. The Mongolian Empire, the Eurasian Empire, whatever. They've been doing this stuff over and over and over and over and over again. And y'all still ain't getting the same play from the same playbook. It's right here, y'all. Know who you be. You at home. Sit in your throne. That's all I got to say, Chief Oliver.
Man, that's what's up, man. Westside Coolicc. Appreciate you, brother, coming through.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man, you want to take any questions for you? Get up out of here.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you saying, do I have any questions?
Well, I mean, if you have any questions, that's cool. But
I'll take some questions.
No, if you want to take some questions, okay.
Yeah, anybody. Let's see. What's in the? Let me. Somebody said. Let's see. Oh, we say, how do you spell my channel? It's on the screen. It's on the screen now. It's just Westside and Coolicc, spelled Coolicc. So just Westside Coolicc. That's how you can find my channel. Yeah. So if y'all got some questions for him, I'm down. Because I learn every day about who we are too. I'm no, but I know a little bit. I'll say that. But I've been talking this talk ever since I've been on social media. Again, you said it right, Chief. You were like, yeah, somebody And I don't think you were calling nobody out. You were like, yeah, some of these people 2 years ago was Africa this, Africa that. Now all of a sudden they're Aborigines. So it's, again, it's never too late to find out who you are. I'm just saying,
Yeah. That's a fact. I mean, that's not that don't even be the point. You know what I mean? It's like they have these platforms, like you're saying, and instead of, you understand my point?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, we already knew this is the Boule playbook, because you were already placing in the place. And then we say Boule, but it's a lot of other little, as we found out last night, secret societies, and within those secret societies, they have their interests and they have things that they're doing outside that they competing as well. And this is all business. And once again, we're not competing in ownership and distribution, but that's because they got us praying away from here. They got us not investing, like you're saying, in America, in ourselves. That's all we got to do. That's the most revolutionary thing. Doing that. Now, for me, I don't have to like you to just do business and be in my lane. Because shit, you niggas is doing business with people outside your whole community now. It's people you don't like in your family, but y'all still in your family. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that solves that problem for adults that are really about that action. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's this shit. I mean, y'all, we doing it now. Again, I mean, not to be, so balanced. We doing it. We're doing okay, but we could do better. Especially on the more people that are more popular in this community. Y'all need to be, if you're going to lead the ship, you got to lead better. Is what I'm saying. The leadership is not where it should be. Again, I'm not trying to be the leader. Again, y'all can put me on the ranking system and I can be on the bottom, whatever it may be. And I'll take that ranking system. I don't got to be the whatever. But I will say this: we've let some of these people come to this community that should not be in here, and that don't have respect for it. They just want to make money off it. I can say that, and it's okay to make money. All of us. I hope, like I said, Chief's movie. I hope this go. I hope. Well, I don't know if I say I hope it go to Hollywood, but if it went to Hollywood, that's great. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody in Mama buys it, just like y'all buy these Tariq Nasheed and Hidden Color DVDs. I hope they do the same for Chief here. Why not? He's talking what needs to be said. This other stuff, I guess it gets some people of knowledge of self, but I mean, what did it really do at the end of the day? But this is going to do something. This is going to be groundbreaking. If his DVD or movie came out and everybody in Mama bought it, like they did the Hidden Colors. And again, I never even seen I never seen any of those DVDs. You know why I didn't want to see him? Because he wasn't talking about my interests. He was equal sign Africa, which is the corporation of the Nazi Zionists. So it wasn't my interest. It wasn't of my culture. That's why they do a mixed gumbo, New Orleans pot of this, that, and third, and all this political double talk. This is why Joe Biden and these people can do this double talk and we'll do this and that and that and that. But at the end of the day, there's nothing done. But the Asians get stuff done. The Latinos get stuff done. They don't swindle and bully them because these people you don't bully. But they bully us and treat us like the redhead stepchild, if you will. I hate to say that. But yeah, come on. So again, y'all need to buy this movie. Y'all need to support it. It needs to be on Amazon, just like his movie, Buck Breaking. It needs to be on the #1 ranking thing on the Amazon and whatever else. It can happen. It's up to us. There's a lot of us in this community too. It can happen. I'm going to support it. Y'all going to support it? Y'all need to be flooding Tariq Nasheed's gate. Say put Chief on his DVD, on his new Black Maroons DVD. So when Chief Supreme gets on there, he can tell the story correctly and correct Tariq Nasheed. Because I've seen the comments. There's a lot of people said get Dame, he's seen him. So if he puts, I'm not gonna keep calling names, but if he puts certain people on there that
wait. So we exposing, right? The baby Boule, right?
Right.
So you said because some of us might not know, bro. So you said that there's some people that have came to this community that's just here to make money, brother.
That's right.
Because remember, you said that you have vision that we don't have. Hey, remember, the views and opinions are expressed by the guests on Supreme Chief Holiday are the views and opinions expressed by him. However, I, as a journalist, I have to ask these questions just because, people want to know. But
well, Y'all's not well. I shouldn't say y'all's, but again, he's got the spear. The Nasheed character. That's why he's over here now. His hand is being forced to do a different play. That whole black blickety black wokety woke hotep shit, whatever. Saw nigger TV, young fag row, and all these kind of nigger peels, and all these people like that. That scam has evaporated. People are tired of that. People know it's a lie now. They've already even exposed themselves. People didn't even have to do anything. They literally exposed themselves. So certain people got to jump on certain bandwagons to keep themselves financially stable, keep the popularity, keep the momentum. So yes, he's over here and some other people over here to make money off it. But if you're gonna make money off it, this is why I'm calling it. I won't even call their names because they're talking about our family and our existence and our lineage. That's why I'm offended. If y'all gonna make money over here in our land, you're gonna have to tell the story correctly. Because again, Professor James Small, the red and blue pill, what the fuck do they have to do with indigenous or Tocthan or Aborigine culture? They ain't been saying nothing about that. The whole thing is Africa. The whole thing is rap and hip hop and the entertainment field and the moon and wearing a pyramid on your wrist, and at 12 o'clock you got to spin around 3 times to get the energy. That they haven't been talking our talk. So why isn't, again, if you're mentioning these people that ain't even talking about this shit, why the fuck would I support that? That's not hate. That's a legitimate question. If I'm gonna do a documentary on how to, I was talking about again house music, and I get some Europeans like the Chemical Brothers, and I say they were the origin of house music. We know house music was started by so-called black people in Chicago or Detroit. Why would I go to the Chemical Brothers and get it? They stole it from our people. So either I'm an agent or I'm just a ignorant, deaf, dumb, blind, or I just want to life suck and control everything. Or all 4, all 3. So when Chief Holiday's DVD comes out, y'all need to be sending it to y'all popular people that y'all like on here. You need to be mentioning his name, Kerry Davis, Dane, Chief Holiday, Aboriginal Power. Y'all need to be talking these names here. I can name many people here. I'm not gonna do that, but yeah, y'all could do that. So how in the hell did this happen? It's up to y'all. I guarantee you, if his DVD sales went down and it wasn't as popular as other, he would get the message. But I guess they're gonna buy it because the Nazi Zionists told them to. So I'm saying these people are here for money, and they've been vetted by these people because they are triple, double, quadruple agents. He might not like it, but at this point in time in 2021, these people are controlled. Plain and simple, like popping the pimple. They controlled. If I don't see Chief on here, somebody I know that's approved in this community, I know what it is by then. I know what it is. And there's another African person I think he said he's gonna put on there. I forget, but I'm like, you gonna put this guy on there? Like, this is. So I mean, again, it's up to y'all to change this narrative of how you want to be respected. It's up to y'all. I guarantee you, if he was doing an Asian DVD on the Chinese community and he was telling the story wrong, the DVD would not come out. I can guarantee you that. So we control our narrative, y'all. I mean, we are on, either we are going to be our own worst enemy or we going to be our own best outcome. Either or. It's but I'm not going to support it unless it's people on there that need to be on there. So who is the real white supremacist is the question. Is it our own people or is it these pink people we call them? Because right now what I'm saying is the real white supremacist is our own white people. I mean, our own people. And the white people have invented the white inferiority complex to put into place to keep them what? First, to keep them respected and to keep them alive. So again, I ask, who's the real white supremacist? Somebody else in the room here.
Hey, we got Big Dog, Philly OG in the building. Peace, Elder. We got Westside Coolicc, brother. Hey, you got a question for Westside, brother?
Nah, no question, my brother. Just much love, much respect to everybody. You already know what it's about. It's about building. If it ain't about building, it ain't about nothing.
For sure, for sure. Hey, so real quick, if is there anything that you would like to add to the build so far, you have the floor, brother.
You talking to
Well, yeah, I was talking to the big dog. Hey, Philly, you if anything you want to add to the build, bro, you got the floor right now.
Nah,
If
go
not,
ahead,
just
my
chime
brother.
in whenever.
Yeah,
Okay,
chime
yeah,
in.
just
Go ahead,
chime in
bro.
whenever you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bro. Chime in whenever you're ready. Yo, man, like, yo, it's just so crazy, y'all. Like, it's so clear. You understand my point? And now at this point, it's like what you're saying, with all the overwhelming information that's out there. Like once again, all you got to do is pick up etymology of maroon, and that would debunk the slave narrative that he pushed in 1804.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So he talked about maroons in 1804. So now you're going to change your whole narrative up, Tariq, and I think that's going to be the problem. Well, we're going to have the right narrative in this book, in this movie, books. We got a lot of things coming out. So stay tuned. Hey, but look, we got a video, right? It's kind of I'm going to say fuck fair use right now. It's about Ivy League Secret Society, whatever. And hey, when I seen it, I was like, yo, this is pretty interesting. But we got into a very interesting conversation last night. We want to add this to this conversation. Yes, let's go. Move this banner down.
Secret societies are a great source for conspiracy theories and Hollywood blockbusters. Legends add to the mystique. One thing is certain, a secret society is about elevating members above others, us versus them. In the Ivy League, secret societies are the elite among the elite, and members often become world leaders. I sat down with one man who is telling his story, and he's not your typical Ivy League secret society member. Shadow societies have existed for centuries. At one time, Christianity was a secret society to avoid Roman persecution. Founding fathers like Washington and Franklin were Freemasons. The Mafia is a secret society.
Our membership has its pleasures, its hardships, and sometimes its pain.
There are many reasons to join, but at the core is status, favoritism, and power.
A toast to the successful progression of skulls above any other.
Above any other. The movie The Skulls captured the imagination of one of these secret societies, Skull and Bones at Yale University. The film hit the box office in 2000 as a Skull and Bones member was running for office, George W. Bush. Other members included his father and grandfather, as well as Senator John Kerry. Skull and Bones was started in 1832 when people were starting to become suspicious of organizations like the Freemasons. So two men decided to make their college fraternity a secret society. Alphonso Taft, father of President Howard Taft, and a merchant named William Huntington Russell, who made his fortune transporting opium. For centuries, secret societies like these were for white men, primarily from established and wealthy families. That is not Ian Smith, one of the few African Americans chosen for one of Harvard's secret societies, the Delphic Club. Why did they pick you?
You know, it's been several decades since I was a member of the club or joined the club, and I have no idea why they chose me. I am everything that a club is not. I'm African American. I was not wealthy by any stretch of imagination. I come from a working class family. I had no legacy whatsoever at Harvard or in this kind of elite world. I don't know why they chose me, and they don't tell you why they chose you.
Under his dorm room door in 1988, he received an invitation with 3 blue torches. That card opened a door to a world most never see.
You do learn very quickly how important these clubs are, not just socially, but historically speaking. And they're very different from fraternities in the sense of they are more formal. They tend to be more elegant. They have a lot more money.
Money, women, parties, exotic trips, and cars.
I remember things that happened in the club that, were they brought to the fore now in the environment and the era that we are in, those people who participate in those activities would be held very accountable and would have a negative impact.
Plus, secrecy gives an air of prestige. Very few get behind the door of the Delphic. Sure, Ian Smith was a great student and athlete, but he was not like the others. He grew up in a working-class neighborhood in Danbury, Connecticut, with a single mom.
You know, I think I was a pretty fun guy and, affable. I didn't have a lot of hang-ups, and so I think that the guys just probably liked me.
But were you conflicted going in, knowing the history of these groups and how they typically had viewed African Americans or even people who didn't come from the power structure of the East?
Yes. For years, these clubs have kept out people like myself, African Americans, people who don't come from money. And so here I was, almost feeling like I was betraying my past because I was joining a club that stood for things that either demeaned or didn't represent where I came from. And so, yeah, that was problematic for me, but my curiosity won over.
Did you justify it by saying, hey, maybe I can reform this group from the inside?
So I felt like I'm not going to sit here and paint myself as a radical, like I had this kind of, revolutionary idea going into these clubs because I was just a kid. But I did feel like, well, maybe if I get in and they realize that guys like me are good guys, even though I'm not rich, and though I'm African American, that we're good guys and like to hang around with me, and maybe they'll let more in.
The Delphic Club is a secret society at Harvard. This is the Delphic Mansion. As you can see, there's no sign on the front of it. Dr. Ian Smith says there's top-notch security here because over the years, people have tried to break in to discover the rare books, artwork, and valuable artifacts that are inside. It's part of the plot of Smith's new book, The Ancient Nine, an elite secret society working within the secret Delphic Club. The story reveals the thoughts and motives behind young men who are already in the competitive world of the Ivy League. For most people who go to a school like Harvard, you're going to do all right, right? And so what kind of leg up does this give you?
The intimacy of these clubs allows you to have access to extremely powerful people who are not powerful while you're undergraduates, because you're all undergraduates, but when you get out of school and they become the head of different commissions in the government, they become CEOs, they become big partners of law firms. You're dealing with some pretty heavy people, and because you're a club member, you have direct access to them.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big meeting starts in 10 minutes.
The Delphic was reportedly started by J.P. Morgan, one of the wealthiest and most powerful businessmen in the world in the late 19th century. Some people believe these secret societies are part of a master plan to control world events. The reality is these Ivy League secret societies have generated leaders from Wall Street to Washington, a world that includes banking with dictators or CIA assassinations. That doesn't mean they're driven by some secret handshake from college. As students, some are driven by a thirst for power, others by family legacy. Smith says he was driven primarily by curiosity.
I come from the other side of the tracks. And so I was interested to see, how they talk. What do they do on their downtime? What does it look like?
Did you find the kids of wealthy families were perhaps not as happy as you would think they would be as a kid who was not wealthy?
They were what I expected in the sense of, these elite, very privileged kids who had a very different lifestyle that to me was very surreal.
His first novel is somewhat autobiographical and infuses a lesson for the other 99% of young men and women who will never get into an Ivy League school, let alone a secret society.
When you are a grounded person and you are confident in who you are and what you are, the environment will not have such an impact on you that you lose the core of your being.
The clubs are not affiliated with Harvard. The university has tried to shut them down for not being inclusive.
Currently, they've taken their biggest push ever to try to squash these clubs. That is, you can't be a captain of a varsity athletic team. You can't hold a student government position. And also, they will not give you recommendations for scholarships like the Rhodes Scholar or something like that. They won't give you these referrals and recommendations. So they're trying, but at the end of the day, these clubs, in my opinion, will be around forever because these clubs are independent organizations, whether the university likes them or not.
And what about the Ancient Nine, that elite core within a secret society?
The Ancient Nine represents a group of anonymous men who are basically a secret society within the secret society. They've been rumored for many, many years. I will not say whether or not they exist.
In secret societies, sometimes the secret isn't about the secret, but whether you can keep it. Smith didn't. He didn't give away all the Delphic secrets, but as he said too much, he says he's not worried. The line between corporate networking and world domination is often set in conspiracy theorist paranoia and Hollywood producers' imagination.
I mean,
wow.
Yo, hey, you know, when I first seen that, right, you know, I didn't catch the name at first. Dr. Ian Smith is the doctor. You guys see him on television, things of that nature, right? So we know he's in that field, actor field or whatever. So he was brought into not a air quote black fraternity. He was brought into secret society, not even the Pale fraternity. He went into the secret society in Harvard University, right? So here's the thing, right? They chose him for a reason, and they obviously still used him, right? He's not going to reveal all the secrets, even if he knew it, because he didn't finish the situation, and that would have been only the first part of it anyway. Y'all follow what I'm saying? So, maybe he's not going to tell why he didn't go through because they never got into that. But the facts are that they're talking about a secret within a secret, circle within a circle. Can y'all speak on that? When we talk about the Ancient Nine, where did they get this information, brothers and sisters?
You got information from the Americas for one. A lot of these people want to say, you know, it started in Africa and all that kind of, you know, crap. But I mean, at the end of the day, there's a reason why all of them are over here. And I'm talking about these societies. That is, there's the reason why they're here. And you mentioned this, Chief Holiday, too, when people talk about this is Egypt or this is the original Egypt and all that, and you know corrected them on that, because if anything, you know, Africa or whoever copied us, the American continent, you know, whether it be North America, Central America, South America, whatever it may be. So everybody wants to copy and get the jewel, which used to be us. We just got to claim it and get back into it. But you know, all these societies are here. I don't want to get too spooky because I don't know. I don't want to sound like those pro black people. But all I'm saying is like because I saw the movie too. I saw the movie. It was a very good movie. But if you're not vetted by these people, or if you don't make them comfortable, or you don't pass their tests, if you're not Boule approved, yeah, certain things you're not going to be doing. This is why we got to create our own society, not on that weird shit they be doing, but I'm saying we got to vet and have a system we do too. Because once we start doing that, we can control. We won't be having these people that making these DVDs or saying our name wrong. We'll be able to push them out, and you know that's what I think we got to do. Again, I don't know weird shit they be doing over there, but you know it's all right if we got our own societies over here, our indigenous Aboriginal society or whatever you want to call it behind the scenes. But you know, got to do the same thing.
Hey, that's a fact. Hey, Philly, you got some, you wanna comment on that video, brother? Big dog. Yeah, I can see. Stepped away. Yo, I mean, like I'm saying, bro. A lot of times when we talk about these gatekeepers, right? Are they really gatekeepers? Like who's like and then they talk about these people, these dudes come from wealthy people. But then you do the research on some of these families, they wasn't wealthy because they had we last night, like when we talking about the start of they just got here. They learned our science, right? Once again, they act like they wrote the Constitution when we know comes from Iroquois Confederation, and then we talk about the I don't like this term, but we call it the commonly known as the Great Law of Peace, things of that nature, right? Which they say it's 1,000 years prior to the Constitution of 1776, right? But I submit to the community that that knowledge is ancient in the Americas, and I'm basing that off of we built so much here that's ancient in America without slavery. Just basic shit, the agriculture, everything just took to take the baskets of dirt to build these mounds, right? It took order, it took love, it took, cooperation, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't forced. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just it gets crazy when I hear the Native Americans talk that shit about they owned us, right? So my only question to all these people that think they own niggas, right? Please can somebody please raise their hand who owned niggas? Whether you're a Native American, or we call you Native identity extremists, okay? And you Black identity extremists, right? And you pale people, raise your hand and show us the evidence of you owning niggas. That's how this work. Because I just showed you Richard Allen owned Sarah Bass. Period. Respect to the check it. So all you paying boo-boos, man. Hey, bro, we've been had their number, man. We done kicked their ass so hard, they don't even have asses no more.
That's right.
I'm just saying, bro, like it's real bad. And then, hey, shout out to Big Dog, Philly OG. I'll definitely respect the OG. He said he had his money the other day on Sanchez Dane against me and the Copper Grizzly. I was like, yo, you don't know? I ain't never gonna lose, ever. Ever.
Yeah, I
Ever.
mean, I don't know much about this Sanchez character, whatever. I'm not gonna say for me, but I'm gonna say this: wasn't he talking the African shit years back, and all of a sudden now we talking about
last week, and he was in church. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all these guys is super students. You know what I'm talking about? But they like by the time their ego can't let them be like, well, I can't. You feel me? So then they get the whoop whoop, and they just gotta smack them up. You know what I'm talking about? That's it. It's all good. I love working out, stay sharp. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I press go. I earn that, and anybody want it, come get it. You hear me? That's how I look at it, and I don't care. Like they'd be like, oh yeah, whatever. Okay, well, and a lot of this is entertainment, but the flip side of that though, bro, we getting the information to the youth. Shout out to Trey Ali and all the other brothers and sisters that are putting the vibration and the music out there, because we need those soundtracks. We need the art. You know what I'm saying? To once again to transmit the energy to our people, these vibrations. The youth, they're not gonna listen to no bullshit no more. We gotta get when they hear this real shit, it's like, man, that's what my grandma said. Mm-hmm. And they different. They got their phones. They know. They a little bit smarter. These little niggas they're not listening to that shit no more. You know what I mean? And they need some real shit that's gonna give them some solutions to their issues. Right. The Asians are planning generationally for their youth. We're not. That's a problem. And if we don't solve this problem, like, okay, perfect example, in the hair care industry, right? It's $4 billion. That's not a lot of money for the money that is generated from the biggest voting bloc, right? Which I submit we're the majority in America. Been the majority, never not been the majority in America. respect it, or check it.
That's right. That's right.
Goat. Let's go. And look, Coolicc. I love to, to provide the sources and stuff, for my claims. You know what I'm saying? I do. But a lot of new booties, they just got here. They don't know. This is already on my channel or other channels. Or I've been doing this so long before there was an Aboriginal community. You dig what I'm saying? So I was still beating the brakes off paying boo-boos.
Right.
And they've been gatekeeping the whole time.
That's right. And what's crazy is, I mean, you said, yeah, and what's crazy is you said this, and many other people said this. Their teachers, who they said we should hate, they get all that information from them, and then they tell you should hate, the Scovitz and the Pleckers and all these people. So I mean, these people put
the ones they told us to love. All of them rock with us. All except Dr. Renoko Rashidi. Rest in peace to him. Unfortunately, he didn't get the memo. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
He didn't. He was just no. You know what I mean? Which thought it was crazy. Like we were denying slavery. Yes, I am. Yes, we are denying slavery. What you should have done, Dr. Renoko Rashidi, was provided us with slavery, sir, instead of lip service. Because anywhere that you went on the planet, you noticed it was niggas there, sir. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody that's denying this, you're a problem because you're dumb or an agent. Period. I don't care. And that's why they won't stand it. They dare. How dare they will not do it. They know for a fact that we know. It's not like we have linguistics over here. We got all type of scientists, archaeologists, like every ology that you could think. You know what I'm saying? And we feel like we the top of the food chain, and we're the peer group that all other peer groups have to come through. So they be like, it needs to be peer reviewed. Yeah, from us, not from you. We'll take y'all data and stuff that y'all have and stuff that can be verified by us. We're gonna reject it. We don't need nothing from them. We don't need a damn thing to know who we are. And if you genuine, it's in your bloodline. You know you've been here. You dig what I'm saying? That's when we say tap in. Tap in means tap into your bloodline. Like oral traditions, records, genealogy records. Man, if you whatever you can find on yourself to trace yourself back, do that. But be careful of the people that you give your information to, because they're selling it to these people. Be careful. Trust who you understand. You got to know the people and trust the people that you're dealing with, because you're giving them your whole family tree, or access to your family tree, or access to your records, and access to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Coolicc. So, is there anything else, bro, that you would like to add to the video, or anything you look out for in the near future?
I'll like I said, we'll get behind the scenes about that. About that, because I don't want to say that on here now, but just y'all keep doing what you're doing. We doing with those that are doing what they're supposed to do. Much respect to you. And just tweak our leadership a little better, and be a little bit more organized. Let go of the ego, as I said before. I just want to thank Chief Holiday again for having me on here, and everybody in the chat room, everybody that follows Chief Holiday. Make sure when his DVD and movie comes out and books, y'all support it, y'all buy it, y'all disperse it, and do how like y'all do other people. Because now is it was always our time, but now is definitely our time to be doing what we need to be doing. And support Tasco, support Chief Holiday, support this channel. If you want to find me or join my channel, subscribe. It's just Westside Coolicc, COOLICC, and give me a ring. And I'm gonna say some corny shit, but remember that I'm gonna say it. Remember that show Captain Planet? And notice they didn't have any of us on it. They had the Africans on there. Remember that? They didn't have, and if I'm wrong, let me know. But they didn't have any of us. So they had the African, they had the East Indian, they had a so-called native white person on there and some other people. And they had an Asian person, but they didn't have us on there. That should let you know right there what's going on.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, yo. Hey, man, yo, like I said, man, thank you for coming, man, and blessing the community, man, with that fire, man, and the energy. And like I said, man, like like I've been, listening to you, and like, yo, bro, this dude think like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, like minds levitate, and men build, man. So that's what we're doing, man. And so definitely appreciate you, brother. And like I say, anytime, man, come over and build. We're gonna be building on a few things or whatever, but networking as well. So we're gonna behind the scenes on that to get, start scheduling stuff or whatever. Um, some of the stuff that we got going on. So yeah, man, it's just really crazy. And then outside of that, the tour and everything, First American tour that we got coming up real soon. Just everything, man, just tapping in with the people, man, like taking it from here, then we can really have conversations offline. Y'all follow me? Not on the telephone, none of that. And really start doing some real building. So that's the next wave of this, y'all. Yeah, and obviously, as far as the entertainment and everything else that we kind of bundling together. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we got going on right now, man. And like I said, this is all part of the movie, yo. You know what I'm saying? You guys are all part of the movie. We definitely appreciate all of the American Aborigines. Hey, bro, you want to say anything else before you get out of here, man?
Hey, anytime you want to come on my channel, same thing, man. Tu casa, su casa, whatever the saying is. And again, much respect for having me on here, and much respect to your followers, and soul and peace and power to our ancestors. And I just want to say, we are not of African descent. We have different genome phenotypes in Africans, and we are the American Aboriginal Autochthon people of this country. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Late back in the chat room, so everybody else come in, man. Like I said, you're definitely welcome to hang out. Get out of here. Let's put some more music on. Whatever else we got in the chamber.
And yeah, and much respect. And again, thanks for having me on here. And I'm gonna keep listening. I'm gonna get out the room and shit. Much respect.
All right, bro. No problem. Thank you for coming. Yeah, man. Westside Coolicc, man. Y'all go tap into his channel, man, while we get ready to put this music on real fast, man. And see if you guys want to come in. If not, man, I'll shut this thing down, man. Y'all know I talk all night. Whatever y'all want to do, let me know. Put the link in the chat room real fast. Let me go down to too, man. Shout everybody out. See, Lotus Television is in the building. Peace of the God. What's that right there? Choctaw, Montana, 808. Welcome, peace, brother. HS. Welcome. Sun Baby. Zoe Hustle, DJ ZPE. Truth Master Dre. Queen Seisha. Peace, gods. Shannon. Peace, Empress. That's right, y'all. Shout out to all the goats in the building. See Miss Gretchen Helms in the building. Peace, Empress. Let's go, child. Shout out to all the ghosts out there, man, because you guys are descendants of the greatest people of all time, man, and gave civilization to the world. You already know what we say, man. It's America or no place else. That's just what it is, man. But God bless America, no place else, man. It's all about America. I don't have a problem being an American supremacist. Let's go. Shout out to America. Shout out to our ancestors, man. I see Chief Keisha Murphy in the building. Peace, Empress. Richard, Neil, Bay, Islamo, Bronze Flat Power. God is in the building. Hey, we're going to be over there at Bronze Saturday, y'all. Tap in Saturday night, man. Go support Bronze Flat Power. God, subscribe to this channel, man. We're going to go over there. We're going to drop some fire over there Saturday night, y'all. Tap in. Stay tuned. Charles Clark's in the building. Peace King. Rodney Beans. Peace God. Got here. Sure I got everybody, man. Appreciate everybody tapping in. I see Janet, the Nubian Queen. Peace, Empress. Appreciate you coming in. Here. Shay Pink 40. Peace, Empress. Mike. Thanks for coming, brother. Red skin, root skin, Rudy skin. Peace to the brown skin in the building. Peace, brother. Thank you for coming. CEO Harrison Morris. Peace, King. Miss Cheryl Chata Cherokee. CEO Empress. Thank you for coming. Keith Graham. Peace, God. Thank you guys for coming, man. I see Original Rocky. Peace, sis. Thank you for coming, Empress. Thank you guys for coming. I see Black Indian Immigrated. Peace, God. Thank you guys for coming, man. Gina Reese. Peace, Empress. Big Dog Philly OG is in the building. And man, put the link back in the chat, man. If you come back in here, man. It's got that. Black Manhattan. Shout out to Black Manhattan, man. Peace. Brother, thank you for coming, man. Welcome. Raina Leona. Peace, goddess. Welcome. Thank you guys, man. Definitely thank you guys for coming out, man. Been anywhere else in the world, but you tuned into the greatest of all motherfucking time. It's your Sahab. Hey, man, we just getting started, man. We come in peace. Mikey G13, peace, God. LaRae 1. Peace, Royal. And Jones. Peace, Empress. Sister Soul Main Radio, man. Y'all go tap into Sister Soul Main Radio, man. She be dropping heat over there too, man. Shout out to Sister Soul. She came over here with some daggers the other night, y'all, man. Y'all go tap into that show, man. It was a great show as well. Shout out to Sister Soul Main Radio, man. I don't know, sis, when you're gonna have the Mother of the Matrix on your show. Let us know about that. We're gonna definitely promote that. And having the mama, Sophia Stewart over there, she definitely dropped some information on us when we interviewed her, man. She was definitely, when we were like, what do you know about that? She was like, what are you talking about? She was tore ass up. Shout out to mama, Sophia Stewart, man. Peace to the goddess. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the ancestors that woke up in y'all, man. Let's see, man, what else we got over here? Some music. Let's get it real fast. That's Old Hustle in the building. Let's go.
The food balance is $2,126.34. To hear that again, press 1. To end this call, hang it. The food balance is $2,126.34.
Start with the ops. Spell it for you, hear me? Pyrex gang, check this out. Look. OPP, no PPP. CC, me, she, key. All eyes on me. GTV. Look, go get it, gang. GGG. Hey, OPP, no PPP. Hey, top tier talent. Yo, TTT. Who am I? Daddy. Dope dollar. DDD. Hey, OPP, no PPP. Hey, OPP. No PPP. Hey, she see me, she key. She wants to see that BBC. Big plumber lay pipe, no PVC. Plus I ball every summer like CP3. Thanks to COVID-19 and the CDC, I got 3,200 on my EBT. So that's Big King Crabs when I eat AT. I'm one of the best like BIG. A PAC, look, RTNOCAP. In the streets, I promise y'all I got my PhD. See my piss in my blood full of TAC. You can see it in my skin like a TAT. When I put it in her throat, she gon' GAG. I ain't with it if it ain't about a BAG. Like PAT. Paper, power, and prosperity. PPP. Potent plants and parakeets. PPP. Pretty Pete poking. Plenty prostitutes provoking. Like educated intelligent. BET. Treat the average bad chick like a PET. I'm a dog, I ain't never seen a VET. When they talking about hustling, I'm a VET. They need to let the real hustlers out of TDC. Cause the kids out there stuck like PCP. The old head stuck in the past like a DVD. Need some ABCD. EFGs, HIJK, elemental PIPs, no JOBs, no GEDs, $1 million made off DOPE. BPD couldn't see OPE from the ESK to the OGP. We sold to the black and white like an OTV. I just ATE, big tomahawk steak from HEB, OG King Kong, big AP. I do a trail ride show on the ATV. Been rapping since 1983. My favorite color purple, GRAPE. Hey, OPP, no PPP. Sold to the black and whites like an OTV. OPP, no PPP. OPP, no PPP. I just ATE. Tomahawk steak straight from HEB. OG King Kong, big APE. With trail ride show on the ATV. Been rapping since 1983. Color purple like a GRAPE ring. Blowing shots, I know CBD. All my youngsters train to go TTG.
That was my OG.
Yeah, it's fire.
OPP, no PPP. Shout out to Purple Panthers Entertainment, man. Original Purple Panthers Entertainment, man. Hey, man, we got Zoe Hustle. The Wolf God is in the building.
Peace to the God, man. Peace to the God, man. I wanted to get on it. I wanted to get on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be falling back. You know, I got some sniper shots now, so I ain't gonna really be on the panels too much more.
You already know.
I'm gonna be sitting back and just knocking heads off from sniper level. But I wanted to bring up, man. Come January, February time, I'm gonna be over in Cali on the west side, on the west side of America. You know what I'm saying? And I want to plan a trip to the Hearst Castle. And me and Brother Lotus, we've been talking about some things, and I was gonna surprise him, but I can't hold it back because I want it to be like that goddamn explosive. You know what I'm saying? Who's ever out in that area, you know what I'm saying? It's saying what's the name of it? It's Hearst Castle. You know what I'm saying? Get the name of the county.
He might be up in the mountains right now doing some
excavating. And that's why I love.
We got our resident Indiana Jones around this motherfucker.
So bringing it up is like when it comes around that time, you know what I'm saying. Whoever want to make that trip to Hearst Castle, I'm a fund it. You know what I'm saying. So I don't give a fuck if it's 20 of us. This is gonna be something that I feel like my hardships of getting to where I'm gonna turn over and start doing a lot more things. This is something that I want to put together for the indigenous American people to be able to go and witness themselves with their own eyes, to see this place, to be able to touch the water, to feel what our ancestors have built and is still there standing. You know what I'm saying? But the trip is, it's like a one day you plan trip, you know what I'm saying, 4 to 6 hours. You go up there, you know what I'm saying, you might want to bring food and everything with you. You don't drive your cars or anything. You park those on the bottom, and then there's 2 buses that goes up to the top, and it's only 2 buses for that one day. So, if people plan to go and be there, they would have to be there. If you late and then buses are gone, your trip is paid for. And I don't know if it's a refund or not, but you know what I'm saying, you'll miss out because this 2 buses go up, and once they go up, they stay up there until the whole 4 to 6 hour trip is done, and then you come back down. So I mean, it's an awesome experience, and I feel like everybody deserves this. We've been warring for about 4 years, bro, plus, well, more than that, but I would say 4 hard, you know what I'm saying, like going in. So this is something that it'll break the barrier and give everybody the confidence that we need to continue striving and getting ourselves together to move forward as a complete nation.
Yo, I thought it was muted. Hey man, that's right. we definitely gotta tap in on that, Zoe. You know what I mean? Is that Northern Cali or Southern Cali?
It's
Or that Cali?
actually it's actually almost perfectly central. It's in between Monterey County, like in between, I would say the Bay. That's what people are familiar with. It's right in between the Bay and LA.
Okay.
It's almost exactly in between from the Bay to LA.
So Zoe, now you're a man of some experience. We call you a veteran, right? I know I don't want to take it away from what you're saying because it just takes me back to this. When you're talking castles and shit. Okay, you got to tell us right now. We're trying to figure out when did the pale skins take masonry or our mystery sciences from us, bro?
Well, from my expression, because it'll be debating is a lot of expressions, this challenge. My expression, I would say that it was influenced before it came back to America. See, the Scottish Rite situation has a lot to do with a system that was developed over across the water. And it was, what I'm saying, a lot of other people outside of our indigenous people handling it. And it was like, as if, motherfuckers, black market. It's a black market today where you can buy kidneys and hearts and all of this on the black market. So even down to this language, which we call English, that this is a coded language. That's why they called it spells and curses. And that's why to this day the paleface defame this language and give it to everybody because we had it as a code and they couldn't comprehend it. But speaking on that, the masonry, I would say in the mid 1800s, they were getting almost good at trying to hold rituals, but it still don't work with a language that's not theirs. So when they're speaking an English language or even the Latin language, trying to persuade a ritual to take place, the energy that's in them is not indigenous to connect to their language, so it won't manifest. You know what I'm saying? And that's why to this day they still do rituals and then proceed to fund the actions, and it's not natural. If that make any sense.
Okay. Hey man, shout out to medicine, man. I mean, I was just so through it. Religion. Shout out to Lex Will too. Another brother that don't get credit, for his information,
Yeah,
man.
Lex will be dropping some jewels on the low,
Shout
dog.
out
He's
to
a
Lex.
he's a silent warrior for real.
Yeah, man. So tell Lex to tap in with us, man. Shout out to Lex Will, man. Um, I mean, man, listen, I came full circle, man, finding out that this stuff was ancient here in America. It predates anything that they had. What they have done, they just did a remix single, as my big brother, Atanchinus once say, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to A1, the professor. You know what I'm talking about? It was like they just did a remix single and brought it back.
Yeah, for real.
But with that being said, though, bro, like, is there any hope? Because we talked to a good brother, Brother Cook, last night, or we tuned in tonight, and even though he was real cryptic, and hey, man, he's good. That guy's good, yeah. He answered the question that I answered so many times. I was like, yo, hey, man, that guy's good right there. You know what I mean? And even when he was addressing the concerns, the tricks, the trades, or things that these guys learning in these degrees. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever heard of somebody with 99 degrees and stuff like that, bro?
Yeah, actually, it's a paradigm that goes beyond 99. It's
I know. I just said, like, it's like
yeah,
it's a lot of
it goes up. It goes up.
99. There's a lot of nines, and these people is doing a lot of shit. But he
Yeah,
said something about the coming down in the degrees, right? It's like the dark side. You know what I mean?
yeah. See, what I was just finna say, like, and you brought it up before I had to say it. That's good. You brought that up. See these three threes go to 9-9 to 360s to 720s, and these are paradigm circles of energy. What we would call chakra energies by the rings of a actually connecting the outside rings, because the thing is people don't understand it's not just seven chakras, it's seven then five more, and the five more is outside the body. So the galaxy of you itself existing is the seven rings, you know what I'm saying? And those seven chakra rings are what these masons try to practice. When you get to a 33, they feel like you should be to a point where you at least at the throat or the head chakra, not the crown. You know, the 99 is up in the crown, and when you're going into the 360, you're going outside of the crown into the natural chakras, and that's where they try to use these black popes still to this day, because they put those into the highest levels, because they know that they're more indigenous or natural to certain things by just being melanated. So these pale face know that because they're not melanated, they can't use our magic to their benefit. So they manipulate our people to use our magic for their benefit, and we just get a little bit, if that makes sense.
It does. I just believe in reverse engineering stuff, right? And I just can't believe, man, that these guys that started out as freshmen in college just wanted to get some girls, right? You know what I mean? Knew that they are a part of this whole system. You know what I'm saying? That's not possible. You know what I mean? Because they wouldn't allow somebody to just come in and get that information, just in the beginning like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
The Eastern Star, the stars. It was the stars that they. And see, the thing is, like what you're saying is so valid. And I'm gonna let you keep going. It's just short what I got to say, because this needs to be spoken of. Because I know a lot about the masonry shit that they call secrets, man. We all know the secrets, bro, and we speak on them, and they'll be like, oh, you know some stuff. Why don't you just say that? We know what y'all been taught, and y'all been studying. Y'all had to memorize and have to speak word for word in order to get that little gown or that little cook's net. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Come on, don't play with me. I already know about the goat, all of that crawling and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. I'm glad you just said that. So, nah,
Riding
man,
the goat. Come on, man.
listen.
What?
Hold
I'm a
on.
god. I ain't fuck with that prince shit.
Listen though. Remember, dude was so cryptic last night, right? Here's the problem I have with that. So they'll be like, oh, it could be metaphorical and it couldn't be metaphorical, right? Well, it's not metaphorical. You niggas is riding goats. Real bye Billy. Not this Billy. That like at the zoo Billy. Like that little petting zoo that you take your kids, that little Billy go. Polite had his big ass on one of them dragging his rusty ass ankles across the ground. Like now, here's the thing. Now I know that well, everybody don't do the same shit. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these rituals and stuff that they're doing or whatever, it is about humiliation and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But the pan riding and stuff like that, that's a real thing. So hey man,
Facts.
we have to expose it. And if they say it's not, it really doesn't matter at this point, does it? Who you gonna believe? Me, or your lying eyes? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it don't really fucking matter. That's how they beat you. The mysticism of it or whatever, bro. Hide your goats, man. So let's go.
Hey man, down to the point where you know what I'm saying, because in this community we keep it honest, man. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, they try to get to levels and they fuck the goat, bro. Riding the goat is really fucking the goat, man. I don't play around, man. Like y'all motherfuckers know who I am. I'm Joe Hustles, the wolf god. I'm a wolf. I slaughter, you know what I'm saying, the wrong sheep. And because we got Billy on here, he's a motherfucking goddamn mountain ram and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even know that motherfucker's a goat too. Ooh. Mm. What do mountain rams do to fucking goddamn get in shape and shit? Them motherfuckers go head to head, hard body, like they'll crush a car engine.
Well,
Man.
you know, don't let the little billy goat fool you. You know what I'm saying? It's just all metaphorical. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 2 a.m. Hey man, go get some cheap Billy drip over at weare2am.com, man. Go walk like a guy at AmericanAboriginalShoes.com. AmericanAboriginalShoes.com. Hey man, if y'all want us to promote, man, holler at us, man. Links in the chat room, man. Man, only builders over here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man, that's tapping in. We really making some real moves, man. Hey, you know, another thing that puzzles me, right? And it's just another sign of what I want to say, you know, of ineptitude, paralysis, not wanting to build anything. Like in this whole time, right? These people that got all this information and secret information too, right? They didn't find time to create nothing manuscript wise, even if it's a secret manuscript. You know what I'm talking about? Think about
Nothing.
it. Like when Ice Cube came out with the blueprint, not the blueprint for Black America, but basically the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dr. Amos Wilson. But these things have been presented, you know, and I'm not sure. I definitely, I'm not gonna say this for a fact or not, but Dr. Amos Wilson, you know, could have been a part of the system or whatever, knowingly, not knowingly, whatever. But these doctors, these people still left us breadcrumbs to build on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, when they say chew the meat, spit out the bone, like, you know, well, some of these dudes gave us a lot of meat. You just have to transform Black into Aboriginal. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think people understand that. Well, what does Aboriginal mean? Well, the first Americans. And so when we're pushing this political paradigm, it comes in a lot of forms because our people believe in bones. They believe in artifacts. They believe in pyramids and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they paid all this money to go to dusty ass Egypt over there. You know what I mean? And so, and be brainwashed for so many years into that. So we have the luxury of having elders that went through that. They can tell us, you know, that was some bullshit. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Shout out to the God, Amani Bay, peace of the noble, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't know why people don't understand that when we talk about leadership, we look up to our elders. We honor our elders. Shout out to Chief Warrior Mina, man. I ain't seen her in a while. I'm looking to reach out to Chief. How she doing? Down in People's Town.
Peace to the goddess. Peace to the goddess. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
man.
She actually,
Yeah,
man, you know what? Let's give flowers. You know when they do. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
She's a root planner. You know what I'm saying? She got a lot of us connected, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I love her with heart. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit.
That's right, man. Shout out to Mama Chief, man. Yeah, man. Hey, so you know, and I mean, bro, man, like I said, man, I'm this shit gets crazy, y'all. So I know people know how, like, you know, I definitely don't mind bumping heads. Sometimes it's kind of a sport. Yeah, like I said, because we men and we just need to blow steam sometimes, even intellectually, and sometimes it's people that it gets kind of disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Totally
That's
disrespectful.
not. Huh?
I said it's
Like
it's
Sanchez
totally
said,
disrespectful
we
at
play
this point,
basketball,
man.
right?
Like I'm tomahawk machete out, bows and arrows, and I'm like both my arms is filled with weapons, like deciding which one to use, dog. I'm like I do not have any patience with this nonsense. You know, it's another verbal attack, and you know these terroristic attacks, man.
Hey man, it was crazy, man. It was really crazy. Today was an epic day. Sheesh, it's crazy, for real, for real. You know, introducing Westside Coolicc to a lot of people that are not, you know,
Where you stationed out of? You over there by you and you over in Vada?
well, he's from Texas, but he's in DC area right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just
Shout out to
I'm gonna
Westside
be getting on the road traveling a lot, bro. I'm gonna be tapping in a
Man, y'all go
lot.
check his content out,
Man,
man. And then his audience as well. Just just kind of like everybody kind of on the same wavelength. You know what I mean? It was just like it was just talking to y'all. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing, man. Hey man, like I said, man, shout out to Miss Elizabeth Young sliding through for the first time. Sis, we definitely appreciate you. I just for me, just curious, where did you hear about the channel at? And anything because we want to give them thanks for whatever, you know what I'm saying, and you coming over, sis. We definitely appreciate you. I see old dude in the building. These guys, Heavy Feathers 45, OCO, Master Green 8.
hey, you know what? I wouldn't doubt that, bro, and them still over there, killing that little native, waking them back up, killing them again, waking them back up, killing them again.
Who killing who? What happened?
Oh man, App TV and Truth, man, they had, App TV had a big one on the line. The dude jumped in there like, he ready to go at it, you know what I'm saying? So, App was just setting them up, man, real demand, and they been over there, overkilling his ass like for a minute, man. I was like,
terrible.
Hey, my head's starting to hurt because this dude gonna keep lying, man, no matter what, man. They only got like 40, 30 years of information. Shit is crazy, man.
I mean, that's what they do, though, man.
Ancient natives, though, like how you gonna argue being an ancient mutt? Like, remember you? I think it was.
Hey, but listen though, bro. I'm gonna have to do a follow up on that. The Asian or the Native American that was 100% Native American from our DNA test. We said that the other night. What's interesting about that, right? That that's a real thing. Like it's still, I want to know what they were comparing her to. Y'all follow me? What I'm saying? This is a Native American ancestry
Billy,
test.
They fucking admit it. They admit that their blood line is an Asian. I'm like,
RP Fam LLC. OCO, welcome. Thank you for sliding through. Okay, Elizabeth. Thank you for sliding back through, sis. Welcome. We definitely appreciate you sliding through. Hey, Elizabeth, we asked you earlier if you didn't hear the question. How did you hear about the channel? And where are you tuning in from? You don't have to say the city. You could be the state, if you don't mind. I want to say peace to you again, sis. Yeah, man. I mean, bro, like, at some point, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like that's y'all know my slogan. I don't debate, I teach. And I got that slogan from one like I call it Paw, Dr. John Henry Clark. You know what I'm saying? He was like, basically don't debate losers. But he said he doesn't well, what's that? That's the quote. I don't want to misquote this. Oh, God damn it. Shit. He was he only debates his equals, all other he teach, right? So, I've just kind of took the baton, I don't debate, I teach. Tap in, man. WeAre2am.com, man. I don't debate, I teach, man. People be stopping me like, hey, what are you talking about? What's going on? Tap in, WeAre2am.com. Also, drop these living legends this week sometime, yeah. So be on the lookout for living legend stuff, man. Coming soon. Peace to everybody, man. Tapped in, man. Yeah, man, we all we got, man. We're here to stay. Got a lot of things going on, man. It's gonna be a crazy year. So, You know, I believe, man, and making shit happen. You know what I mean?
Gotta make shit happen, man. There's no more talking,
Yeah,
man. We gotta start showing and proving, man.
yeah. And I think it comes from being in the music industry, right? If you've been in the music industry, you know, I think we can grab some parallels from this, from being at the bottom when you remember when no radio played,
Right,
no
right.
outlets, right? Remember those time, and
Facts,
you remember
facts. Hell
how
yeah,
they
the
they
hard the
figure out.
hard grind and shit. You know what I'm saying? Self promotion, everything.
Like we find a way to make it happen, no matter what, right? And I don't think people understand that mentality of guerrilla marketing, which is guerrilla warfare. Because marketing is a part. If we're doing business, and business is a part of economic warfare, okay,
Man,
then we should start doing a little bit better jobs at fighting back. Not what you're doing. You fighting yourself. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it is, yo. Tap in,
that's
tap
what
in,
it
tap
is,
in.
man.
That's, I don't give a fuck.
To this day, though, think about it. Guerrilla marketing is still necessary in order for you to be relevant in your own city. Like people can try to become a local rapper, whatever, and they can be promoting all their music on Facebook and all the little internet shit stuff that they know about, right? How far is that gonna reach? Unless they get flyers together and start getting little posters together and hitting them local stores and
What you just
posting their
said?
face.
Oh, wait,
See
wait,
what I'm
wait, wait.
saying?
What you just say?
Oh yeah. Getting the flyers together and the little posters together, hitting the streets and start putting it
Hold
out
on.
there.
Wait. So why is that important, brother? Can you
Because
please
that's
explain to the hold on. Why you doing this right? Give him the reason why your word is important. Like, 'cause I don't think people like I think people what people do, I don't think that they understand what we about to. So we're just gonna quick little lesson, right? That what we about to drop, right? If you are a part of something that became a multi-million-dollar company that is still running right now, correct?
correct.
From the beginning.
Let's go.
You see what I'm saying? You follow where I'm going with this?
That's the whole point.
Right. And so with that being said though, right, at some point they took control of it. Like if we're building companies and building these multi-million-dollar companies that are still running right now today.
They do it
At
in
some
an
point.
exchange of some collateral type, somewhere along the line, man. And then it's contract too. That is, our people are not
It's
schooling
contract.
enough on. Oh yeah, yeah, contracts,
You think
man.
so that's it right there. In order to get
Contract. It's
access,
the paper.
is
It's
is
the
is the
four
contracts
corners.
that you have to sign. Huh?
Yep. It's the four corners, man. Everything inside of them four corners, man.
So you think every lawyer is in on it?
Oh hell yeah, that's a part of the what they call oath. It's deep, dog.
That's
That's why,
crazy.
like, well, I wouldn't use the
Hope
word
y'all keep it
lawyer
up.
being attached to everything. I would say
I,
all attorneys.
so
I'm see
so
the
now
word
let's get back to the
all.
music
Hold
side
on.
of it.
You see all attorneys are attached to it, but I wouldn't say
Right.
all lawyers are.
Oh.
Because lawyers, to be a
Oh.
lawyer, you don't have to be licensed in that state or territory. But to be an attorney, you have to be licensed and commissioned by the bar.
Yeah. Is that almost kind of like I guess that's facts. I guess you could even represent yourself as long as you're filing the right paperwork and stuff like that.
Right. That's
Timely
just
fashion.
governing. Yeah.
But I've known
But
people that didn't have a lawyer and didn't file paperwork in the right time, and then they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, for instance. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah, you
And
get man.
see,
Yeah. See, the
so
thing is, you
it's
can't
like,
slip on the business, man.
yeah.
You
I
can't
mean,
lack on the
when we're talking
business.
about probate lawyers and stuff like that, I mean, if you least got to consult one. You know what I mean, and see what your options are and stuff like that. So that's why I don't tell people, man, not to. We're in the matrix. People act like, well, I'm gonna go get in the car. I ain't never got in the car and said, man, I'm about to drive around without no license plate. I got partners that do it. They be like, man, I'm like, bro, I just don't even want to be in these people's face like that. Or in my face. And I shout out to Chameleonaire and them. You know what I mean? You know, used to back in the days. And I just, man, you know what I mean? I don't even want to even have to have those type of conversations. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, them some good
So,
people, man. Them some good people, dog. them some good
but
people, dog. Like they shout
well,
out
I
to
mean,
Pat.
that's how it should be,
Pat
though. You
got some
know,
good people, man.
as
You
I
know
get
what I'm
older,
saying?
yeah, got to know how to do it. Um, but you know, we were younger though; it was different, man. You know how they go. They're afraid of young Aboriginal male. Young nigga got it back because I'm brown. Yeah, man. See anybody trying to come in the building? Nope. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll put the link in the chat one more time, man. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here. Peace to all the newcomers, man. Anybody want to hit the link, man, and say, hey, man, Truth Search in the building. Peace to the God, man. Truth
Peace
is
to the
in the
motherfucking
building.
God. Peace, little bro, man. Get your ass up here, man. You know what I'm saying? Love building with truth, man. You
Another
know.
assassin be killing shit.
Yeah, boy. He did shit. This pandemic did created a monster, boy. You know, shit.
Be
Truth was
killing
like
shit.
on point like a bitch.
Yeah. I remember the native identity extremists, right? They were like, "Hey, what do you know about you? Do you have any family members?" He just started naming motherfuckers off. Well, how do you have any more? Like, what? Can you name one? Who?
Oh,
The hell is y'all talking about? Come on, bro. They don't have that history that we have here. You know what I'm saying?
and
And,
it's
and once
natural, really,
again,
man. It's natural when people tap into themselves, man. A lot of the understanding becomes natural, man.
yeah, that's a fact.
Mhm.
Hey, a lot of it is going back to this right here. Judge Joe Ho Brown. He thinks because he's black, he's a monkey from space. See what I'm saying? He believes that. Like a monkey from Africa, then space. Or space African monkey. I don't know what the fuck he anyway, black goes with that. Slave and whatever. He just a pre-slave. But you know, like I said, you know, I feel like just because I'm an optimist, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know, you guys that are baby boulets, man, that you guys are not, what I want to say,
Recording
you know, like,
this.
yeah, like you really, at the end of the day, you really for the people, you know what I'm saying? That you're not on that fuck shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Fair
I just
use.
want to, yeah, I just want to believe y'all on that, man. What you say? There it is.
Well,
I just
yeah,
hope,
man.
man. You know, hopefully I do. You know, we prepared. But hope y'all cool. We gonna check some temperatures though. We'll apply pressure
Walking around
everywhere,
with the wand.
everywhere,
Give me your
all day,
arm.
every day. Huh?
I should be walking around with the wand. Give me your arm.
Yeah. We'll apply pressure every day, man. All over America. It's going down.
Yeah, man. But you know,
Yeah, man.
I just
Shit, man.
I don't ever let none of my brothers be up on the stage by themselves, man. You know, it's just what Zoe is, man. You know, Zoe ain't never been afraid to get on the stage with a mic. You know, that was always his best friend. Silently, just don't tell people. Yeah, you know. But I did want to touch in with you on building some things too and letting people know that, you know what I'm saying, come January, it's gonna be a trip to um Hearst Castle. You guys research that Hearst Hearst. Hearst. This is Queen Calafia's castle. It's gonna be a planned trip. If y'all interested in going, contact Chief Holiday, leave your info, and I'll take care of the expenses. The trip is not very expensive, but this is only, you know, this is for the ancient ones, the originals. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just want to tap in, throw that out there.
Yeah, that's what's up, though. So just sending some stuff. Yeah, man, we have to link in the chat room, man. We're gonna winding down.
Yeah, you going on 3.5. I ain't know how
TV
long you were being up
sharing
there.
live. Huh?
I said you going on 3.5 now. You going in.
Yeah, that's a light little. Yeah, we get that.
See, a lot of people don't understand the all-nighters, man, and the 12, 16-hour runs, man. You know, the thing is, our community created a whole new system of some shit. Y'all, hey, yo, shout out to all the panel holders in this community, man. A1, AP.
No, I just looked it up myself, bro. So I don't know if you emailed that Divine 9 to me, bro. If you did, email it. Yeah, I mean, but bro, I'm not really, you know, I kind of read a lot of shit like that, and I'm not impressed.
That's not enough, huh?
Nah, it ain't like, cause he's not gonna tell
That's a
shit.
good start, though. It's a good
He
start
don't
to
know
something.
nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He don't know shit to even be relevant to anything, and he definitely ain't saying nothing that didn't get him out the good old boys club. You know what I mean?
Oh hell no.
He on TV right now telling the story and not telling the story at the same time. So he's a buster. Get out of here, old smooth face nigga. You know what I'm talking about? And I can guarantee he pushing the bullshit. African American. Yo, it should be illegal to call us African American. I think that should be
That's
on the
terroristic,
agenda
man.
show. Hey, it's called genocide, paper genocide. Stop calling us African Americans. Like, matter of fact, we're gonna start turning up. Somebody call your ass, it's like calling you. Like, come on, stop disrespecting us. You disrespecting people on the continent. They're not African. So stop calling us Africans. We don't act the fool every time. Putting y'all notice right now. What's the date? 27th? Yeah, today. Stop right now. So next nigga call us African American, nigga, we acting a fool. And don't say white supremacy ever again. It's a wrap. Ever. You are the enemy. Real talk. Like, spread the word. No fly zone. Yeah, we gotta start flexing. Hey, cause look, we got to, bro, cause they're not gonna listen. They're not gonna listen.
No, ain't nobody gonna pay. I mean, gotta
They're
just,
not gonna
you know
listen.
what the thing is. That's why. Oh, you notice I always said I'm just here to share information. I never been to
Yeah, me
debate.
too.
The reason is because is like I said, is like this information to our people is like that flyer. As long as you pick that flyer up, you look at it, you look at both sides, you throw it down. Guess what? It did its job. That was the purpose of
Hey,
it.
I like that too, right there, Mike. Let's go ahead and add that up in there too. Fuck it. That's a hard one, y'all. But fuck it. Let's just go ahead and bunch it all in there.
That's the reality way to look at it, man. This information is like a flyer.
Hey, if it's our people, you gotta leave it to your discretion.
Yep. If you're gonna really look at that, see, because you notice though, look, flyers that be attractive to people, they take the flyer with them. Even when they leave it in your car window at the club and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that grab the flyers, it'd be like three of them there, look at the three. One of them might say, throw them two down. Let me see what this one is about. So we got to know that this information is like the flyers. Like, we got to make sure our shit is the UV laminated. You know how you get the good joints. You know, people don't
It's a
know
wrap.
about the material.
It's a whole wrap. Yeah, man, we gotta stand on it, man. You know, can't type that shit. Like, you can't be like Skyping somewhere saying the shit. We're gonna be on your head, and should be legal action that should be taken as well. You know, but social pressure should be good enough right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we're not warning you. So we're just gonna apply social pressure. Stop calling us out our fucking names. How about that?
We need to
We
start
don't
getting
get first in
going
front
back
of it,
to
or just Americans, whatever, or what people choose to call themselves. If you choose to call yourself a Moor, Hebrew is like, it's your definitely your rank. But guess what? You're still the Aborigines of America. So those things don't affect you being an exclusive member of the club of the greatest human beings in world history, Craig.
disrespect on
Press
that.
go. Press go. Hey, I'm just saying that's just what it is. Hey, did Elizabeth tell us where she was from? Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that. Welcome, my
Who?
sister. Change. Let's see. Cool. Hey, well, look, we're gonna get this Trey Ali in here. We're gonna get up out of here tonight, y'all.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end this song.
You know what I'm saying?
On Black
Peace
Codes
to the
by
guys
Trey
and
Ali,
goddess,
man.
you know what I'm saying, in the chat room, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Hey, the song coming in
Keep
was
it
Pressure
positive,
by
you know
Trey
what I'm saying?
Ali, and then Mr. LV, Underhog.
Shout out to the young
featuring
guy,
H
Trey
Day
Ali,
Man Runners,
you know
y'all.
what I'm saying?
But this is Black Codes, man. Hey, Joe, you want to say something before we get out of here?
Hey man, I just, hey, power and blessings, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused. You know what I'm saying? We got a
All
lot
right,
of work
man.
to do. And we got to move.
Hey, man, Mikey G got the perfect, Mikey G13 got the perfect slogan for tonight going out. Black Codes, y'all. So what's going out of here, man? I want to say peace and paradise, and everybody have a great evening. Let's see you guys tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, rhyme so dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, they go in them town homes. What's a native to a native? He $5 though if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah. God's children, give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you and God are Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turned on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to something. Reincarnation of angels fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Tell you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. You stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't meditating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master, who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God is never our vernacular. They get paid and praised by the dollar long as they keeping us stagnant. And niggas think they woke, huh? Like you can change the whole world through a vote, huh? Like slave masters willing to let their slave go, huh? That slave master was probably your kinfolk, huh? History in reverse. How black king strategy when blacks were your majesty. They always hide your pyramids but point to where the castles be. Aristocracies with your last name patent accurately. Yeah. And I ain't even tell half the shit. Like, I ain't even tell a quarter of the shit. I'm just getting started. Y'all niggas rap about busting guns and all this weird shit. I'm trying to get my people back, nigga.